Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Time to Roll's Campaign 1. This episode 65. Uh, and we do have a few things to go over since it has been 2 weeks since we have played. So we'll do that real quick. I'm sorry we're running a bit late tonight. It took a bit for everyone to get ready, but that's fine. So we're gonna go through a few announcements, and then we'll get right into the gameplay because there's a lot I want to get through. So. First things first is PAX Unplugged was enlightening. If I saw you there, hello, good to see you. There was a fair few people there that I knew through the internet, so that was pretty neat. Got to meet all of them. I got to meet Matt Mercer. I got to meet a couple of CEOs of different gaming companies, so that's pretty neat. So it was all in all a pretty good time. I got some new dice and stuff. So it was a fun time. I enjoyed it, and I will definitely be going back next year. But yeah. Anywho, this is the last Tales of Ammriel episode for this year. We will be back streaming live for all of you on January 7th. So starting today, we're taking 3 weeks off from the normal story. And we're, just because we're going into the holiday season, I'd rather give chances are if we tried to play, I mean, I'm not going to be able to make the Sundays, so we'd have to reschedule, and that just doesn't work out well. So we're taking 3 weeks off of the main story. However, next week, Sunday, we will be playing my Christmas/holiday one-shot, and that will be announced tomorrow on Twitter, the name and everything, and also here. We will be playing basically a sequel to my Nightmare Before Halloween one shot that I ran last year during Halloween. And this one will be called The Night of the Living Toys, I believe is what I named it. Yeah, The Night of the Living Toys. So if you're interested in a holiday themed one shot, come hang out and watch that. That should be fun. We're from the few characters that are already made, this should be pretty freaking interesting. So, anyways, I believe that's it. If you want to obviously go check us out on all the podcasting platforms, those get uploaded every single Monday, as well as the YouTube video gets uploaded every Monday. Unfortunately, we did have to take a hiatus on the Baldur's Gate 3 videos. I had some corrupted footage that I'm trying to recover. So we'll get back to that upload schedule hopefully this week, but technical issues and me being gone, I just haven't been able to do any editing. So anyways, I think that's it for announcements. Let's hop right into the game. We have a lot to go over and a lot to just get through before the end of this session. So everyone's here. We have a full house for the first time in a while, feels like. But let's get into it. All right. That one. Yeah.
Terror.
It runs on a hamster wheel. It saves me like electricity.
Well, I have a family down there, and then they do my laundry and.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Would you like some Chinese food?
Should probably feed Timmy.
Would you like a Chinese?
No.
No broccoli beef?
Nope.
Wonton soup?
Not even some Kung Pao chicken?
You all take 38 points of psychic damage. All right.
I didn't say anything. Why am I getting in trouble?
You don't like
Guilt by association.
Guilt by association. Yeah, no.
Come up, some.
All right.
Come up, some young guy.
All right. Stop it.
The taste of Britain.
You guys are ridiculous.
Oh, hell, this stuff tastes weird.
In the 1800s, the British engaged in drug politics.
If this channel ever gets to the point where we're big enough to take on sponsorships, it's never gonna happen.
Like a British people's food hasn't changed in like 100 years.
I'm just like,
because they don't believe in spices, okay?
Imagine No.
No,
Imagine conquering 25% of the world and not changing your food at all.
No, they don't, because they don't believe in seasoning their food.
No. Hear me out. I used to live in England, right? You know how you pick out a good restaurant in England?
Where nobody else is going?
You walk in, you ask to speak to the chef, right? If he doesn't speak English with some other accent, you leave. Dead serious.
But what if you want some bangers and mash?
It's half a joke, but it's actually serious. It's actually a halfway decent way of.
It's a good tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Just the tip.
what about Chef Ramsay? That's the problem. He's like literally blown the stereotype right away.
I'd blow Chef Ramsay.
Right, because he's
I
traveled.
mean,
the,
Hey, yo.
right,
Hey,
because
yo.
he's traveled the world and learned a bunch of different stuff instead of staying in one stupid, stinky country.
Lex, I think that'd be the only time that he'd like it raw.
It's fucking raw!
Why is he always manhandling
Fucking
like?
take this chicken. You could have killed somebody with this. It's raw.
Hey,
It's fucking raw!
Me in the corner of my fingers together, like, I know.
It's delicious.
That's the way you like it, Chef.
Well, Zach, are you having fun? We're having fun.
I just wanna I wanna get to the stuff that I've had prepped for over 6 months, but you know.
Listen, there's always time for what you've prepped for 6 months. There's not always time to finger blast to Gordon Ramsay, okay?
I'm stroking it right now to Gordon Ramsay.
I'm gonna call him, see what he thinks about this.
I might turn gay for Gordon Ramsay.
You're already gay.
Todd, you're already gay, right?
He's got you confused.
Are you gonna turn more gay? Are you gonna add extra
broke my
colors
heart,
to your
Todd.
rainbow?
All right, can we do a recap and play some D&D?
Sure.
All
Sure,
right.
if you want.
so-
I mean, we don't have to.
Recap: if you go into a British restaurant and they don't speak a second language, then leave. Todd's gay and he's in love with Gordon Ramsay.
Todd, stop.
Talk about Timmy.
Anywho,
Don't talk about Timmy.
And Dennis is our favorite ass.
yes,
That's true.
I can get with that. Okay. So, anyways, I was just waiting. I was waiting to be interrupted.
No, you're.
I mean, if you want us to, please
No.
proceed.
Okay.
How was your guys' day?
Good. Anyways, let's do a
Shallow and
recap.
pedantic. You
I
know?
was talking to everyone else, Zach, but
Oh, thanks, Nate. Love you.
I'm sorry. I
Okay.
felt bad about that.
Last we left off, everyone.
So Nate,
Yeah, I want to play D&D, Todd.
oh now you're gonna join the other one.
Well, somebody dropped off my Chinese.
Thaddeus, a book. Thaddeus,
Chinese.
a book falls off the shelf inside the chamber and hits you in the head, and you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fuck.
I'm kidding, but let's go. Last we left off. After some brief discovery inside my notes X'd out. Wow, thanks Google.
Discovered note.
Anywho, so we were in Ornthalis's bedchamber / study here in his wizard tower inside of the what the hell is going on? Okay, now my computer's freaking the fuck out. It's like flashing back and forth. Okay, there it is. Okay. I wrote a recap and everything. Okay, last we left off. After doing some deep dive into the Horde in Ornthalis's bedchamber / study here in his tower inside the dwarven city of Nantorum, you eventually figured out that the best way to discover the Horde here in Aranduhr would be to make your way to the deeper vault. After discussing the details of how to get there with Ornthalis and his little dwarven companion Celica, you eventually figured out that the best way to make it to the deeper vault would be to go through the northern path to Nal Doral, and then eventually make your way past the ruler's resting place, a crypt / tomb-like area that's guarded by two stone-like sentries that guard the hallway fiercely. Or you can make your way south through Dungalir, a gem mining / gold mining city here under the mountain. After a brief discussion, all of you decide you take the northern path because it is shorter compared to going through Dungalir. And you'd have to sneak your way past the ruler's resting place. As you're leaving the tower, you, I guess, kind of convinced Ornthalis and Celica to come with you and basically show you to the deeper vault. You are now walking through the town or the city of Nentorum and making your way towards what would be the eastern gate that would head to the northern road. You have about a 5 to 6 day journey to the deeper vault if nothing goes wrong, but it would be about a day and a half journey to Naldaral, which is a central, kind of like a gateway city here underneath the mountain. Ori, remember your deck of many things is gone, and Zane, you now have a deck of illusions.
Yeah, I have it marked down.
Bagman took things for that confused look. Brett.
Yeah, I got the fucking fireball.
Let me. For just so you're aware, which I need to grab it out of my computer bag because I took it with me to PAX. I have a deck of illusions in person. So if you want to draw from the deck, I have I think it's 32 cards.
Do you put a picture of that in chat yet?
No, I haven't, but I can.
You should. I definitely want to see it.
Yeah, they're like tarot
At
cards.
some point.
Yeah, I'll take a picture and put it in there.
Alara.
Lexi.
Oh, geez.
Teased.
She may have done the thing where she walked away. So, yeah, here, I'll put the... And for those on stream, if you want to... They're kind of like... They're basically tarot cards. There you go.
Yo, those are awesome.
So when you want to draw, I will. You'll tell me a number between 1 and 32, and I'll pick that card, and then that will be what you draw from the deck. Magic.
Okay.
So, have those. Also, Ori, you have a necklace of fireballs. Remember that?
Yeah, I gotta make sure I recorded that.
And then Zane also got a ring of luck. Lucky ring. I think that's what it was, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I picked up that brain.
You did pick up a brain.
Zach, can you show me the cards again?
Yeah.
Or throw them on your stream.
Yeah. So, either way, while this is happening, you guys are walking out. Anything else you guys want to do in Nentorum before leaving? I would also like to remind, it would be Elka. You still have a unfinished sword that you found in the undead city.
Oh yeah.
So, just to remind you, I know that it's been about a month since that happened.
I don't think I ever wrote it down in my stuff.
Say what here, Todd. Here, I'll go full screen. Be easier.
Can I show it to our friend and ask if he knows what it is?
Yeah, sure, if you'd like. But here you go, Todd. It's on stream now. There.
Oh wow.
Yeah. 32 tarot cards, and like the details on them are like this is the Archmage card. So if you pull an Archmage, or if I pull the Archmage, then an Archmage in an illusory form shows up and starts illusory attacking foes and things. That's pretty neat. You might get lucky and get a dragon too, which is basically just a
But I'm a dragon. They don't need another one.
Yeah, fair.
Now that I have fire magic.
Listen, we're already trying to stop the bad dragon.
True.
All of them?
Well, at least the one in our goddamn city.
There are lots of bad dragons.
Just
Okay.
the big one. Damn it, I missed
The
the
biggest
comedic
one?
timing because I was muted.
Wow.
Just depends on the size you're aiming for, I guess.
We can take it. We can take it.
Some better than others.
Sounds like Zach's taking it.
Whoa.
Don't kill me.
I did like.
You guys are. It's just like, I know it's been 2 weeks, but like the ticks just keep going up in my mind of how many extra damage dice I'm gonna add to rolls.
Listen,
Yeah.
Linda, we deserve this, okay?
Yeah, it's your fault we missed last.
It's been a rough week, Zach. Just give me one thing.
Damn. All right. So
Did you have anybody die in your arms?
Tonight?
okay. So you're showing Ornthalis the sword.
Yeah.
Okay. He will look at it and go, well, I have to remember his voice is kind of weird, like Christopher Walken German. Well, let me take a look. And he will cast Identify on it. And his eyes will kind of look a little perplexed. And he'll just kind of look at you. Well, you might want to keep this. Shit, I can't find his voice. That's fine, whatever. This sword belonged to a hero of the Fracture. And it is called. Let's see here. Well, it doesn't have a name actually. I suppose. Wait. And he'll flick his fingers and you'll see like arcane words go over the blade. Oh wait, never mind. This is called the Emerald Star. It is a blade that was wielded by a hero of the Fracture. His name was Plume Mountain Guard. It's hard to tell because it's broken, but yeah, if you could find how to fix this blade would be quite useful.
You wouldn't happen to know how to fix it? Any spells or anything?
I can try. And he'll like start to wave his hand, and you'll see like he'll like grab a piece of rock, and you'll see it start to meld into the sword, and it'll like fall off the sword. You'll need to find the other shards of the blade. So, I mean, I suppose you could try to, maybe cast a locate object spell, or perhaps maybe somebody deeper down in the caves will know. Where'd you find this?
There was a town not too far from here that was inhabited by undead, and they were quite friendly. But it was a fountain. It was lodged.
An undead village, and I was embedded in a fountain. Huh. I don't know. I've been dead for hundreds of years. Well, yeah, so, I don't really know much about this Plume Mountain Guard. All I know is that these are his arcane writing, and by the looks of it, they are, it looks like a dwarf tried to make elven runes, which is why they're sloppy. So maybe he was a dwarf? I don't know. So if you find a dwarf down here, maybe they'll know. You know, Master Blacksmith, maybe? I don't know.
Where's your little friend?
He's
Andor?
like, Celica, he's like walking at the back, and he just kind of like looks, he's gonna make a history check. That's cocked.
Would there be a certain type of individual that this sword would suit best?
Well, it's a long sword, so anybody that's in a more of a martial field, so Loomis Rabbit here, probably, or, well, Big Guy has kind of already has a legendary weapon, and he'll point at Ori's axe. So I don't know if you could handle two. Really, I mean, I guess anybody that can handle martial weapons, but I don't know. If you're the one that found the blade, it's probably useful to you. These weapons kind of generally have a mind of their own. But especially weapons that were forged by heroes during the fracture, they can take on a personality of their own. As of right now, this one's quiet, but from what the spell told me, it probably could do some really good damage to those that are those that are fiend and whatnot.
Well, thank you. Hopefully we'll meet someone in our travel. Can out.
Yeah, hopefully. Okay. So, as you, I assume you're anything else you want to do inside Nentorm? You guys are like walking through the streets. Oh, and so Ori and Vivra, you notice immediately. You're looking up like where the goblins were. You just see like incineration marks from Ornthalis going nuts when he woke up. You see like goblin blood all over the place, and like random like scorched backpacks. You see a few of those like little spider backpack type contraptions like laying on the ground, just melted. And you immediately have a realization that this guy does not like goblins.
Isn't he traveling with us?
He is.
Excuse me?
That was such a time.
That was amazing. What the fuck?
Did you sneeze?
No, she said, excuse me? Oh yeah, he's just
Please tell me I'm on top of Ori's head.
you are, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bury my ass deeper in his fur. It's so fast.
Well, like he will Ornthalis will just be like walking along, like kind of whistling, looking at his handiwork, like, oh, nice. He's gonna actually cast Locate Object on the metal, and which that pings in 1,000-foot radius or 1,000-foot sphere. Well, nah, nothing here. And then he'll just keep walking.
I do have a question for you
Of course.
about my grandfather being a vampire.
Oh, yes.
What made you say that?
Well, he was pale. Haldir was... he was very pale. And also, every time he'd step out into the sun, he'd start to burn. That's kind of a vampire thing.
And you know this how?
I knew him.
Filled with hate?
Back then, no. He was kind of a coward back then. He didn't like to come out of the woods very often, and when he did, he always wore like these really heavy cloaks to block his skin from the sun. At first I always thought it was like a, I don't know, maybe just a personal choice. Maybe he burned easily, and then I found out he really burnt easily. So, you know, there's that. But,
Did he have a son at that time?
oh boy, this was a couple hundred years ago. I think he had a little boy running around at that time. I can't remember his name, though. Maybe that was your father. Maybe it was just a kid from the village. I don't know.
Asshole. Did we call him asshole?
Sure. But, I mean, whatever you want to call him. I don't know the guy.
Okay. If you can think of anything more, please let me know.
Okay. He keeps walking.
I'm just gonna keep going along.
Okay. So if you guys don't want to do anything else here in Nentorum, as you pass through the city streets, it's primarily just abandoned stone houses. You see the occasional like elvish architecture pop up, and the occasional like human house that you'd see above ground at any odd town or village that you'd visit. But most of them are stone, and most of them do have that reflective wave that goes across them every time you guys are walking, having torches lit with you. And actually Ornthalis would probably he would cast dancing lights and have them follow you guys. And Alan would also tap his staff and cast dancing lights, just to kind of really illuminate the area. But every time one of those lights would like blip, you just see a little wave of light rainbow shades going across the stone buildings. Eventually, you do make your way all the way west to the gate. You get to the gate, and there is some rubble in the way of what seemed to be maybe the gate was shut off at one point. The gate was collapsed, maybe. However, the metal gate itself is still being hung up high, and it seems like it fell and landed on this pile of rubble. Currently, the gate's blocked. However, to your left, you do see about a 4 to 5 foot tall hole that does go out to the other side. That would be an option. Or if you wanted to make your own way, you could also do that. But the only obvious way to get out of the city is through this tiny little 5 foot wide hole. So most of you could probably fit through, but Ori and Alan and probably Vivra.
Can Dennis get through?
That's the other problem. You do have a donkey with you. So, yeah, it would be a bit of a squeeze. There'd have to be some rolls made if you wanted to do that. But, you know.
Can we make the hole bigger?
Well, we have people who know enlarge and reduce.
You do.
But that only lasts a minute. I would have
How
to
long is it
try-
gonna take us to get through the hole?
Not very long. It's
More or less than a minute.
less, probably. It's the
Make
wall.
it work,
The wall itself is about 20 to 30 feet thick. So it just looks like the hole was bored out by something small, and made just big enough to where it can maybe fit 2 small things through. And I'd say, with just your passive intelligence for everybody, maybe everyone except for Alara, you'd probably guess that they were goblins that bored a hole through the wall at one point. Maybe dwarves. Dwarves are pretty stocky and short, but chances are, just given the knowledge that you've gained from the fact that there was a battle that was held here in Nentorum, you'd probably guess it was the goblins, more than likely. Yeah. So if you wanted to try to cast reduce on people, you would have to cast it on Ori for sure. Alan
can wild shape.
Alan could wild shape for sure. And then Dennis. You'd have to wild shape. You'd have to reduce Dennis. But also he's a donkey that will have to make his way through a hole so the hole sits about midway through the wall. So to get up into the hole, it's about a 2-foot lift off the ground. So to get Dennis through, you'd have to lift him up in there. Because
I mean, if we reduce him small enough, someone can pick him up and very quickly go through the hole, right?
Right. Reduce only shorts brings them down half their size. So pretty sure. Enlarge is drastic. I'm pretty sure reduce is.
I think it's the same.
Size is halved in all dimensions, and its weight is reduced by 1/8 of normal. So yeah.
To 1/8.
Yeah. to 1/8. So Dennis would be very light, but he'd still be considered a small creature. He would be tiny, so you'd be able to pick him up, but he would still be a donkey. You know, he'd still act like a donkey, just smaller.
I mean, Ori can still carry him though.
Ori would drop down to a medium character, so Ori would have to make a strength check to do that, more than likely. Well, actually, no,
How much does he weigh?
We're
gonna math this.
We'll math this. I'm down for this.
It's gonna math.
How
Donkey math.
much does... He's technically a mule, but we're calling him a donkey. How much does a mule weigh?
Just enough to break the ice? Wait a second.
Mules generally weigh anywhere from 800 to 1,000 pounds. So an eighth would be 100 pounds. So yeah, I mean, Ori would have to make a strength check or an athletics check, which I do believe when you're shrunk, your strength, you'd have disadvantage on all strength related checks and saves.
Well, am I able to lift 100 pounds?
You'd have to make a strength check or an athletics check.
I can do that.
Okay. So, if that's the case, Alan will wild shape down into... He will, walk forward and be like, well, see on the other side. And he will wild shape down to, a little bird and fly through. So, Ornithalis will cast Reduce on Ori. Ori, you can choose to fail the save if you, for some reason, you want to do that. You're also muted.
I'll succeed.
Okay.
No, you want to fail.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll let him do it.
Okay. All right. So Ornithalis will cast Reduce, and you'll immediately see Ori just go from 10 feet down to 5 feet. And it's kind of hilarious because the I guess the proportions of his body are the same. So he's literally just a short little stocky minotaur with a giant fucking head and horns. And the axes, yes, the weapons do reduce with you. So his axe and his glaive, these massive fucking weapons just kind of go down to the size of little short swords. But Ori,
This is the first time I've physically looked it down at Ori.
Yeah. So now that Ori is reduced, all of you will be able to climb through. However, you are going to have to make an acrobatics check because you are jumping up into a hole and climbing through 30 feet. Just for shits and giggles. So, I guess Alan will cast Reduce on Dennis, which he is not a willing creature, technically. Which he fails anyways because he's a donkey. I rolled a 3. So Dennis shrinks down and he's panicking, as most wild animals do, or not wild animals, but animals do.
I'm gonna grab him.
Okay.
Try and quickly move through.
Okay. So great. You're gonna grab him, make a strength check or athletics check.
A dirty 20.
30-20. You're able to easily pick him up. He is heavy and he is squirming a bit, but you are able to place him up, the 2 feet up, which is not that much. It's probably about chin level for you. So,
well, yeah.
So you
just
you just it's like a short person trying to grab like a big dog. You just wrap your arms around him and hope for the best. But you pick him up and you do place him up there. However, he is a donkey, so he's gonna have to make and he's being put into close spaces, so he's gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw, which he succeeds. So what is a mule's wisdom? I assume he succeeds. The DC I put was 16, so unless he has a -2 to wisdom, All right, he has a 10. He has a +0, so 18 it is. He does not panic, and he follows Alan's like, come on, gestures through, and he should just be able to walk through, which he does. So Alan will then grab, now being full size. He's not very strong. You'll see Alan. You'll look through. Alan will go to grab Dennis, and then his arms will give out, and Dennis will fall 2 feet to the ground. And then, but he's still small, but he tries to kick Alan, but it just kind of like bounces off of Alan's leather. Leather he's wearing. But Alan does end up taking, because he did get kicked by a donkey, 1 point of bludgeoning damage. But the donkey is through. Now, for everybody, I'd like everyone to just make an athletics check, or acrobatics or athletics, depending on which one you prefer.
Ooh.
Gonzalez.
I rolled a 14 of acrobatics.
14? Okay. DC's not very hard. You're just crawling through a hole.
That's what she said.
Listen, some people are whole challenged, okay?
I'm only 3.5 feet tall, so like.
So
am I rolling at disadvantage for athletics?
Yeah, because you are reduced.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I got a 16.
24.
Okay, never mind.
So it's a natural 20 for Celica the dwarf. So he just kind of hops up and just like waddles his way through the hole because he's shorter than the hole. However, Ornthalis goes to jump up into the hole and he slips and he falls and hits his head. He rolled a natural 1. And he does take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as his face just smacks straight in. You see his nose broken. Like a little blood coming out of his nose. He's like, fuck. Like, just, like, not very happy with himself. He's going to, try to, reset his nose and realize it's a lost cause without healing. So he's just going to attempt to jump up again, which is the DC is higher this time by 2. Was 10. Okay.
I will crawl back through the hole. I have a feeling.
That's another natural 1.
Okay.
He goes to jump up again, and the blood from his hand that is on his hand that he didn't realize is there from his bloody nose makes him slip on the rock, and he smacks his jaw into the ledge, which does another 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and you see some of his teeth start to be broken. Fuck.
We're just gonna. I'm just gonna crawl back through, even if I have to make another check. And
I'd say you'd be able to crawl once everyone is through, which everyone succeeded except for him. You'd be able to crawl back through. I'd say go ahead, because you know how the other part of this is it's navigating a close, tight cavern that you've never been in before. So I'd say roll an acrobatics or athletics check with advantage, since you've already gone through once. Okay, yeah, you're fine. You go through, you cast Cure Wounds on him. You see his nose start to try to make its way back into shape, but it just it stops as you're healing him, and you see him go, fuck, and he'll just grab and go snap, and you'll hear the pop, and his nose will go back and be semi crooked to the right more than it was, but it works, and you heal him for the 13 points, which is, he's still down 3 HP, which is hilarious.
As a player, I'm flinching. Weaver doesn't care. Doesn't react.
He'll just go, thank you, and he will try again to hop through the hole.
I will assist him.
Okay, so he was going to do it with disadvantage this time, so it's a straight roll. I just rolled another natural 1. I used a different dice.
Did you use your very expensive new dice?
I used the metal dice that was given to me. Okay.
Was it from me? Because I cursed those.
This time he goes to put his hands up and his arm.
Do you need help holding that side?
And Weaver, you see his hand slip, and you helping him, you go to grab his hand and pull him up, but the blood still on his hand slips out of your grip, and he just falls onto the ground, not very happy with himself. He doesn't take any damage this time because you're assisting him. He's gonna get up and be like, fuck this, and he's gonna cast Fly on himself and fly over the wall.
Or that. Then I will turn around and hop back through the hole and make my way back.
I just rolled 3 natural 1s in a row. This is like I was telling all the people in the other party I played D&D with for Nate's game that I roll pretty alright over there when I'm playing, but here I roll like shit, and this is just a perfect example of that. Okay. So he lands, and all of you just see him, like, defeated and annoyed. Like, his knees are scraped, his robe has blood on it, like, his nose is slightly crooked than where it was. It's very noticeable. His teeth are, like, starting to grow back because of the magic, but it's taking longer to regrow bone. It's not he doesn't look like he had a fun time. But you make it to the other side, and in front of you is just a long, straight corridor carved into the mountain. It is on each side you see pillars going up on each side, about a space every 50 to 60 feet. The cavern itself is about 100 feet tall. You look around, Vivra, specifically you, now that you've made your way back through. And with the light that's provided by the dancing lights, you do notice, just with your passive perception, you do notice, like, potential goblin, like, sign. You also notice burn marks on the ceiling. And you don't know what those burn marks are. You don't know if they're from Ornthalis casting a bunch of magic earlier, or if it's from something completely different. The one thing you do notice is that there is no blood or body parts here. So
Ornthalis, scorch marks.
Yeah.
Are they you?
Oh no, I kept it within the city. Well, maybe a stray lightning bolt went this way. No, I'm pretty sure I kept them on the city.
We should beware.
Of what?
If you are not sure if you made those or not, then we should be wary.
Fair enough. Zane.
Yeah.
I'd say make an intelligence check.
I rolled really shitty. 13.
The DC's low. Your mind going from fighting the Demogorgon, your mind would immediately go to fiend-ish in nature with these burn marks. That now that you start to look with your dark vision, these burn marks are very there's patterns to it. And Vivra, as your eyes adjust with your goggles, you start to notice patterns. And anybody else with the passive perception over really 12, with dark vision and the lights, you would notice patterns of the scorch marks and the goblin and the goblin like they're kind of prints, but they're more like scratches on the stone. And you don't know if they're from, like, the mechanical backpacks that they had that had the spider legs, or if they're from actual claws from the goblins. But they seem to follow each other, and they seem to be in an organized fashion. Zane, with your 13 intelligence check, you would know that most higher-ranking fiends that make their way to the mortal planes tend to leave ash and footprints around whenever they stay for too long.
We'll let the party know.
Okay. But you continue on, keeping an eye out. I'm going to need... Let's see here. Normally it's Ori making survival checks, but I think I'm going to do someone else just for the sake of mixing it up. Let's go with Beep, make a survival check.
Gotcha.
And we'll go with Thaddeus and Weavra.
Well, that's a natural 1.
Make a perception check. Or no, perception check, sorry.
Oh, perception? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Beep. You begin walking forward, kind of haphazardly into the darkness, past the glow of the dancing lights, just far enough ahead where everyone can still see you, but you're outside of the 10-foot radius that these glowing orbs give off. Your dark vision is pretty true. But you don't notice this. However, everyone else just watches Beep go from walking forward to somehow his body just like makes an about face and starts walking the other way towards you guys. And he's just like starts to walk past you, and Beep, it takes you a second to realize, wait, what the fuck? Where am I?
Beep.
You get to look
You
like
doing okay there, buddy? You're going the wrong way.
I'm just gonna have Beep look around, and then he's going to point the correct way that everyone else is walking, and just go beep and start walking back that way.
Okay, that's fair. I'll allow that. With the perception checks, Thaddeus, being underground is not a very fun time for you as an elf. Most elves live their whole lives never having to navigate a subterranean area ever. However, this is now your second or third time within the last 2 months, and it's starting to get really old for you. So your eye, as much as you want to try to pay attention to the scorch marks, you can't help but have thoughts of just get me the fuck out of here. I don't want to be here. Weaver, however, with your 19. The scorch marks continue on, and they're continuous the entire corridor, that as far as the eye can see. And they continue to go in uniform with the goblin marks.
Can I tell if there's a difference in time between when the different whatchamacallits happen and like the different prints and marks happened?
Yeah, there would be a check for this, and I'm trying to think of which one it would be, because technically, normally I'd say investigation, but you'd have to be right up on it to. No, you're paying close attention intently. Make an investigation check.
Oh, I was gonna say survival because it's tracking.
Or that. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Survival. I was trying to I was mixing between investigation, survival, and insight. 11.
Roll a 2.
It's hard to tell. Yeah. All you see is the pattern, and the scorch marks they're not like footprints, they are like drag marks. So it's a little weird. But you continue on, and after some course correcting from the group, Beep, go and roll another survival check. We'll just say this is
try number 2. There we go.
Hey.
Now Beep knows where he's going.
After being pointed in the right direction, you're able to with the help of Ori never being able to get lost in these corridors, you're able to make your way forward, leading the group with your feline eyes, keeping an eye out for everything. And you get about 6 hours into your journey, taking occasional breaks, and eventually it gets to the point where you guys are getting tired and it's time to make camp. And let's see here. Suppose I could probably add this. So while you guys set up camp for the night, I need to export this real quick. This will give you a good image of what you're kind of dealing with here. But you set up camp, you set up your tents. Is there anything you guys want to do before going to bed tonight? Zane, is there anything you want to make? You haven't done that in a while.
No, I've been doing that. I just haven't been saying anything about it.
Oh, fair. Okay. Fine by me.
I'm gonna just study my potions, or my poison potion stuff, and I'm basically looking to expand my horizons and see if there's items or like mushrooms or something, or that I might be able to start utilizing that I haven't seen yet.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna say for you, make a medicine check to see how much you gain from that. How do I get rid of this? There we go.
Oh.
19. Wow, you rolled really well. Okay. After about a few hours of studying, and if you want to turn this into first watch, you can. So if you'd like to do that, we can do that. Who else wants to take first watch with Thaddeus?
I can have Beep take watch.
Okay. That's fine. So you take first watch with Thaddeus, and Thaddeus, as you're reading, you gain that most flowers that grow around the Rania Trench, unless they are well documented not to be toxic, a majority of the cliff-dwelling flowers within the Rania Trench area and throughout the and around the general area of the Kingdom of Aranduhr, which is where you're at, you know the majority of the flowers that grow on the mountain are toxic in some way. Some of them containing a venom that or a toxin that causes paralysis. Some of them cause immediate decay of flesh and blood. Some of them cause loss of function in certain areas of the body. Like some of them cause psychosis of some sort, where it can cause psychedelic interactions. One of the ones does pique your interest. You do see the mention of gobweed, the drug, the controlled substance drug that causes psychedelic episodes and and some claim to have enlightened moments as they're under their trip. However, it says very clearly in your book that gobweed is very toxic to any creature that weighs less than 150 pounds. Which kind of piques your interest.
Is that what we picked up?
That is what you picked up. So some interesting things. I would say you gain, for the sake of being able to make poisons, You gain. You with that roll, you would gain an extra day worth of studying. I have you marked down for so far. You've been studying it for 6 days. You need 14 to become proficient enough to start making and crafting poisons that you can use. So I would say an extra day. So you're at 8 days now worth of studying.
Okay.
Okay, but I do have a map that I could show you guys in just a moment. That will give you a better idea of what you're staring at here. However, Beep, go ahead and make a perception check for watch.
All right. It's loading. You said perception?
Yeah.
All right. 22.
22. And I'm just gonna say go ahead and I would say make it with advantage, but because Thaddeus is actually pretty much not really helping you look around, he's studying. The 22 is fine. You go to kind of doze off, and you look up and you do see eye shine about 30, 40 feet away from the light of the campfire. You do notice that a majority you do notice that the eyes are pretty short, and your assumption is that maybe this is either a cave-dwelling creature or this could be a goblin. I'm gonna say make a we're gonna say, actually, with the perception check, you'd be able to tell the silhouette is very goblinoid, and it is just one, and it just seems to be curiously staring at you.
Can I wave at it?
Sure. You wave?
I'm gonna wave at the goblin.
You see the silhouette of it waving back, and it creeps about 5 feet forward.
Do I get any perception that it might be a friendly goblin?
Hard to tell. With your dark vision, you can see the silhouette, and you can see kind of like some shapes of its body. You can't really make out details even with your perception check.
Do I have any like bread or something nearby?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
any
you guys,
food item?
you guys have rations and stuff.
Can I take like a bit of bread and throw it out towards it?
Sure. Make a persuasion check.
You've seen Weavra on a pack, and he's kind of made an open invitation, even though nobody really takes him up on it. There is various packs of like harpy jerky in a bag.
I mean, I'd take him up on that.
Yeah, like heck, I'll throw out the harpy jerky, some of the harpy jerky, and some of the bread then.
Okay. Weaver, with your passive perception, you do hear Beep rustling through the bag. But
as long as I can tell that it's the jerky bag, I'm okay.
Okay.
Or the bag of food carrying.
Yeah. Okay. You can tell very clearly, and he just kind of doze back off. Did you make a persuasion check? You did 20. Damn, your persuasion's plus 13? What the fuck?
Yeah, but just bard things, man.
Okay. I think I've blacked off a majority of what you guys should be able to see.
Do I need to?
Yeah, like I'm on the old map right now.
No, I'm aware. I'm talking
Okay.
to myself here.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's good enough. Come on, will you let me shrink it? Thank you. Okay. Okay.
Nobody wants shrinkage.
Never. There you go. This is kind of like a... And to give you guys a general idea of where you're at, you guys will use... We'll just use Zane's token like we normally do. You guys are pretty much right here. But
Bless you.
so with that 20 persuasion, you do see it like walk forward and grab the food and like eat it immediately. You recognize this behavior. You would immediately recognize that this is goblinoid, because you're used to seeing a Lara devour cheese, and is devouring this harpy jerky and bread in very similar ways that a Lara devours cheese. It kind of like grabs it and then looks and then slowly starts walking towards you. And as it walks towards you, you do start to notice some of its facial features. This goblin, as you get, it creeps just slightly closer. You can't help but notice something is off. You notice its jaw isn't quite where a goblin's jaw should be. It's a little off-centered. You notice that it's missing an eye out of its right eye socket. You notice that its upper lip, it's almost like something has eaten off its upper lip. And as it gets closer and closer and closer, you do realize that this zombie is, well, this goblin is some sort of zombie-like undead.
I'm gonna blow the war kazoo.
Everybody hears that.
Inspiration.
Everybody hears that and wakes up. Beep. I agree. You get an inspiration die.
Yay.
Which you just mark inspiration on your character sheet.
All right.
It's basically, you can choose to roll with advantage anytime you want.
Okay.
Just once, though.
All right.
This zombie-like goblin kind of like starts walking forward, and you hear it say, "Help me! Food! Need more! More!" And it's gonna keep walking towards you slowly. At this point, everyone's awake.
Yeah, I imagine like everyone's probably woken up from the war kazoo.
Yeah, it is going to like make it to where the glow of the campfire is, and then stop. You notice it stops at the light and immediately like covers. It goes to cover both eyes, but it's missing an eye. So when it realizes that, it covers only its left eye. And it's just gonna sit there and stare at the bag of jerky, but will not enter the light. At this point, everyone walks out, and you see this like little goblinoid zombie, like skin really loose, jaw a little disformed, very clearly undead.
Elka's gonna walk up with her rapiers out, but not in like threatening way. Like, what did you find?
Beef's just gonna point out toward the goblin, and then point at himself, put his hands around his jaw, pull it down, and then point at his eye patch, and then point back at the goblin.
Sure.
It's sign language for zombie and beep.
I do not believe I don't think I know that language.
Not fluent in beep yet.
I'm not. Where's Clovis?
Fuck it, we'll bring out Clovis. So I'm gonna do the whole summon familiar, bring out Clovis, and
his little leprechaun
Clovis
man
is gonna
pops
pop
up.
out of freaking. Well, you know what? No, what? He's gonna like form out of the jerky bag. That's funny.
Okay.
He's gonna pop out of the jerky bag. He's gonna be like, "Oh, what the hell? I was sleeping in there." Oh, right. Beep saying there's a zombie over there.
Alan just kind of pokes his head out. What's all the noise about?
A goddamn zombie! Can't you freaking hear me?
Oh. Alright.
I've got my bow notched and ready to shoot. I'm going, should I shoot this dumb thing?
Alan goes
This one
back in his
doesn't
tent.
know. I'm
Well,
gonna
Peep
produce-
gave it a little bit of food earlier, and it just seems hungry. But I mean, what zombie doesn't seem hungry?
I'm
Ornitholus
gonna
will wander.
produce a flame
Okay.
and lob it over the zombie.
Okay.
Checking for the horde behind it.
Yep, exactly.
Does anybody speak zombie?
Yeah, does anyone speak zombie?
You notice. I don't think undead is a.
I speak goblin.
It would be abyssal, is what they probably would understand.
Alara's just gonna start like talking like she's fucking the lead singer of Korn.
That is canonically how zombie sounds like in Ammriel. Yes.
It's just a screamo metal band.
Yes. Okay. The zombie will look at you, confused as shit, and not understand a word you're saying.
I wave at it.
It waves back.
Oh, guys, he's friendly.
Don't go too close to it, Alara. You're not 100% sure it's friendly.
So you
I
want?
would give it a piece of cheese.
You're gonna walk up and give it a piece of
Wow.
cheese.
I'll
Okay.
go, wow.
Wow, she's giving it some cheese.
Cheese
Wow.
diplomacy.
So
I am. I'm
before.
gonna say fuck it, and I'm gonna give it a piece of cheese.
Okay, as you're walking up, you see a little ball of flames fly over your head, and you see Weaver throw a ball of fire, a little harmless ball of fire. About, I don't know how far you can throw that. Probably, I'll just say 60 feet for the sake of.
I think it's 30.
30?
Sorry, I stepped out of range of my headset grabbing my food.
Oh, you're fine.
That Dairy Queen, did you get a blizzard?
Hell yes, I got a blizzard.
Ooh, what kind of
What
blizzard?
type?
Choco strawberry.
Oh, hell yes.
Very nice.
Don't you even think about it, little dog.
You thinking?
Especially not with the chocolate.
Oh, he's
I ate
pondering.
a whole Popeye's ranch dip the other day.
Murdoch has eaten a full pound of butter before.
I feel bad if you had to clean anything up after that.
Didn't have a problem shitting for 2 weeks, but
Yeah, no.
Okay, so ball of flame goes over its head, and it skitters to the ground harmlessly. However, as it hits the ground, you notice about 100 to 200 sets of eyeballs open up, and they're all
I
about.
no longer wish to give it a piece of cheese.
And they are all staring right at that fire, the little ball of flame, and you see it in just silhouettes of goblinoid type creatures, just all hunkered along the wall and on the floor. At this point, Ornitholus like pokes his head out of the tent. Well, what's? Oh, fuck. Okay.
This one couldn't have said it better himself.
have you got Althanus? Have you got any of those like big area spells that like clean a bunch of ants out all at the same time?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, I'm a little tapped, but I'll see what I can do. Let me try something. And he will open up his book, rub his eyes a little bit, to clear out the sleepies. Well, go back to sleep. It's fine. I was saving this for something else. And he'll clap his hands together and point. And he's gonna point just about face over the general area of where all that eye shine was. And he is gonna use this 1 9th level spell and cast Meteor Swarm.
Oh Jesus! Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeehaw, brother.
So that's a 40d6. Let me see if we're gonna do this here real quick. Hold on. How much HP does each of these things have? Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're gonna die anyways.
Aw, friends.
Oh no, not the friendly the friendly zomblins.
All right, so this is for the bludgeoning damage. Okay, 67. And then this is for the fire damage. It's rolling dice. Roll 20's having a hard time rolling another 20d6. There it goes. 66. That's 133 points of damage total. They had 21 each. They're all. You just watch Ornithalos like walk out, wipe the sleepies out of his eyes, and then just like flick a little ball of energy about 500, or probably about 100 feet, 150 feet in front of you, and you just watch just fireballs rain down from the ceiling of this, and just slam into the horde of zombies. The zombie that's close to you guys like stops, eye wide, and then turns around very slowly, sees the carnage behind him, turns around and looks and just goes,
I'm gonna walk out of the tent towards the last remaining zombie.
I'm gonna release the arrow I had not.
Oh, you're gonna shoot. Okay, roll an attack.
Where's that wonderful bow? This is Tiny's bow, so it's probably not gonna hit.
Well, their AC's 12, so it does hit.
Before he gets hit, can I would like to detect thoughts. Does he have a brain that I can detect thoughts?
Detect thoughts.
I want to know
Where
what
are all the thoughts?
So surface.
I want to like know if he's evil.
Surface level thought. You get food. Oh shit! Food.
Arrow.
And then you see the arrow fly by. Fuck! Ow! Food. Pain. Food. Are you trying to dig deeper on the like?
Sure.
You can get surface level thoughts without a roll. So okay, I'll roll. I think it's a wisdom save. That's the fourth natural one of the night. I've used 3 different dice. It's not just one. Okay. Son of a bitch. Yeah, so he fails. What you hear deeper down in this thought process is white noise.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, you get the sense that he is undead, and his sole purpose are just his surface thoughts. He's not hiding
Elka's not
anything.
the best at remembering what magic, like a lot of the magical stuff in her life, so she's just going to be using random magic when she's
fair. So
I would like to walk up to the remaining zombie.
okay, it says 6 points. You'll notice the arrow like just sticking in there, and you'll notice that didn't do nearly as much damage as you thought. Assuming you were, are you using the dispel magic feature of the bow?
I would not have thought any reason that I need to use dispel magic on it. So.
Okay, all right, that's fine. So you can walk up to this zombie who's like kind of just staring blankly at you, Zane.
There, little guy. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna try to cave his skull in with a punch.
Roll an attack.
That should definitely hit. 17 plus. Yeah,
yes.
Definitely hit like for 25.
Yeah, it's AC's 12. Yes, continue.
That's cocked. Let's see how much damage these are throwing out these days. 9 thunder damage.
Okay, he's still up.
I'll swing again.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Okay.
And cock that shit again. Oh my god. That's better. 10 thunder damage.
9 plus that's 12. That'll do it. You guys just watch Zane just walk up like, all like, it's gonna be all right. Hammer fist, death. And the thing, the zombie's skull just caves in and falls over.
I'm gonna go back to the tent and go lay down.
Okay. Gotcha. So, a bit of an eventful first watch. Everyone goes back to bed. Who would want to take the second watch?
I'll do it.
Dole.
Sorry, my computer was having issues.
Hey, you're fine.
I came back to bashing goblin skulls.
Yeah, I caved that motherfucker's skull in.
Yeah, Ornitholus cast Meteor Swarm, if you're wondering what the...
I heard that.
Yeah.
Was that a bunch of goblins?
Yeah. Like 200,
Okay.
200 goblins just...
Undead goblins.
Undead goblins just throwing a nice level spell at them.
Alright. Sick.
And they were very dead. They got incinerated. There's just like magical rocks like still emanating like heat in the middle of the path. They're slowly starting to dissipate. Okay, so second watch. Anybody want to join Ori for second watch?
I'll be joining Weaver on third, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go.
Oh, cool. Okay. Both of you go ahead and make a perception check.
It's 21.
21. Okay.
Math is hard.
I agree.
You said me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. 14.
14. Okay. By the time you guys walk out for your watch, the glowing rocks of the meteor swarm have all but dissipated. And you find that nothing really is going on in your watch. What would have been probably a bit more of a difficult encounter for all of you, had you not brought Ornitholus along, ended up being kind of trivial. And your watch goes off without much issue.
Can I
yeah.
Can I tie is there like a decapitated goblin somewhere?
There's
the one I caved his skull in.
There's a caved-in skull of the goblin just outside of camp. All the other ones got incinerated.
I'll just take the. How bashed in is it? Like, is it in pieces or is it like a big hole in it?
It's like Zane took a mallet on top of its head and caved in from the top down to its jaw. It's like a squished raisin.
All right, that'll do.
Okay.
I'm gonna strap that to my belt.
Okay. As you go to strap it to your belt, the jaw falls off.
I'm a fucking. Do I have any sort of adhesive?
You have rope. You could try to.
No, I'm a professional. I probably don't. Yeah, I'll just use rope.
Okay.
I'll do sort of like a net thing with 4 ropes to like kind of connect it all together to make sure it doesn't fall apart.
Okay, roll a general dexterity check. See how well you do for that.
Let's see. Uh, 17.
Yeah, you're fine. The DC was 5.
Rope lights on fire. Oh fuck.
Generally, whenever I ask you guys to do checks like that for menial tasks, it's just to see if you roll a natural one. But
Oh, that's your job tonight.
yeah, it's
Oh, I'm gonna put the brain in there.
okay. So you
wait,
On the skull?
Wait, will it fit?
no.
Oh fuck. I'll put most of it in there, or at least some of it, as much as I can.
You go to put it in there, and you realize that the structure of the skull will not contain a brain.
Damn.
Yeah,
leave it be then.
Zane collapsed his cranium.
I'll just tie the brain next to it then, next to my belt, or
Okay.
next to the head.
Okay. Well, you do that. Anything else you guys want to do on your second watch?
I'm good.
No.
Okay. All right. So, second watch goes off without much issue. Third watch, Weaver, Zane, you wake up. Just go ahead and one of you can, if you want to. Do you want to do any foraging, Weaver, in this cave, or are you just gonna?
Yeah, I mean, if our spells are, if our supplies are holding out pretty well, I probably wouldn't, given the mass zombie issue from earlier.
You guys have only been in the caves for about 3-4 days now, and your initial journey to the village just outside the gate was about, I think if I remember correctly, it was like 4 days, 5 days. So you've been running off of rations for about 10 to 11 days now, and you're, with the foraging you've done outside of the mountain, you're fine. So just a perception check from both of you then.
Yeah. General comment. If we ever get to where we are low on, or starting to get low on rations, to where it starts to become urgent, I will spend that night and prepare Goodberry as a spell, so we don't really have to worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, and Alan could always
Oh yeah.
do it as well. And so could Alara. There's 3 druids.
I was gonna say, plus with the alchemy jugs we've got that I've made, we will never run out of water.
No. Okay. So just both of you make a Zane and Weaver make a just a perception check.
Make a what?
A perception check.
Perception.
Oh, mine was really bad. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's a 4.
Okay.
Mine was bad for me, so.
Yeah, Zane, you're spending most of your time just prepping breakfast. Not really paying attention. You figured the danger is gone after all those zombies were scorched. Weaver, you're also focusing on breakfast for the last half of your watch. But you do kind of keep an eye out, as you always do. And you do notice as kind of the fogginess of being asleep clears away, you do notice down the way, you do start to see like the occasional like subterranean glowing of crystals along the corridor you're in, and you do also notice two giant archways, one on your left and one on your right, farther down as you kind of like are wandering around. You notice the entrances about, honestly, right about where the goblins were. So about 100 feet or so, just walking around camp, you'll start to notice these giant archways on both sides.
Okay.
But third watch goes off without much issue. And everyone wakes up. You all have a long rest. And the day is yours. Breakfast is made. Roll. Roll a. We'll go with either a performance or a survival check for you, Weavra, to see if you're cooking. And I'm gonna say do with advantage because Zane is helping. To show how well. After everyone eats breakfast, everyone gets 5 temporary hit points.
Woohoo!
And any sort of exhaustion that you may have had from previous nights should be gone by now.
Nice.
Okay. So, you all wake up. You pack up camp. Is there anything anybody wants to do before leaving this area?
Can I retcon one thing super quick?
Sure.
One minor thing or super quick?
Sure.
When all those goblins died, if any of them were within 30 feet of me, then there was the little spectral flame, and I would have directed anybody that needed healing to stand on one of those.
The only one would be Ornthalis.
Okay.
3
So,
hit
yeah,
points. So yeah, he would have healed the 3 HP.
Yeah.
I would assume with 2d10 plus wisdom modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything's fine. So he would have gotten that and been like, "Oh, thank you," and walked back in. Okay. So you pack up camp. You start to wander down the corridor towards Naldaral. The first thing you notice is that you do notice some collapsed rocks from the meteor swarm. And you definitely tell that it's fresh. There's fresh burn marks that are on the ground that are definitely from impacts from meteors. And you do see like visceral blood and like gore that had been burnt, that definitely started to get like burnt and crispified on the ground, and get plastered to the stone floor. You look to your left and you immediately see this giant archway that is closed in, but in both in common and dwarvish, you see Nentorum Mine Alpha scribed on the gateway arch. You continue walking another 30, 40 feet. Actually, it would probably be... Oh, shit, that's a big zane. You continue walking about... it's not very far, and you notice that there's an entrance to an Nentorum Mine Beta. You would notice that the archway, the entrance isn't blocked off, but as you look farther in, you do notice a collapse of the mine about 30 feet in. No real things to know. It's just kind of like a closed off cavern, 30 feet in. At least from surface looking. If you want to try to look further in, you could.
Can I ask one of the spellcasters who has find object? Just real quick.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, Ornthalis can cast it. He casts locate object and he's like, no. Nothing that stands out, unfortunately.
Oh, thank you.
There's no probably possibility that any of those things that we slayed, or that Ontology slayed, had magical items on them.
I mean, if you think the undead goblins got the magic stuff, Thaddeus, we might have a problem.
I said, on a rare occasion, was it possible?
I mean, I assume it could be. Let me check, and he'll cast detect magic. He'll look around. Other than the runes hanging above the archways, no, they're nothing magical other than what's on, well, me and everyone else that can use the magics.
Thank you, Zane, for your confidence in my ignorance.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. And he will also continue walking. After about, unless you guys wanted to do anything on the way, 4 hours or so into your journey with this group of, I mean,
Rat bastard.
Yeah, that's a way to put it. You guys eventually find your way to a gateway. In front of you is a 4-way intersection city that has roads coming in and out of it in each angled direction, and then one coming out of it straight south. It's not that large. It's probably about a quarter of the size of Nentorum. You walk into the gates, and Vlivra, you do notice the scorch marks start to make their way down the corridor towards the floor. Here.
I'm gonna make it a point to make sure that is pointed out to everybody.
Okay. So you guys are getting to the gates of Naldaral. In front of you is a at the center of these 4 corridors, or 4 roads heading different ways. You notice almost like a ziggurat type structure, a giant pyramid religious structure in the center of the city. It is made out of black obsidian, and the city itself is lit by natural cavernous light, being lit by crystals and other forms of minerals. The vision here, or the visual here in the city, you can see without dark vision perfectly fine. As soon as you enter the city, you do notice that, as the same as Nintorm, unfortunately, there are no living creatures here within the city, at least at first glance. You don't notice any bustling markets. You don't notice any dwarves, any people in general wandering these streets. It is just an empty four-way intersection city that is very eerie with this tall, looming obsidian ziggurat in the center. So
That's ominous.
what do you guys want to do?
First
Turn around and
question
go
is-
home.
Can
Well,
I
too late
like,
for that.
Okay, since ziggurats were once in our history temples of worship, can I like detect if this was like an area of worship or something?
It's not too hard to figure out, even without a religion check. You could tell that this this ziggurat at one time was a temple for some sort of deity. If you'd like to make a religion check to figure out which one, you can. 10. It's not hard. You would know that the dwarves generally the dwarves generally worship two figures, or two gods. One being Shanti, the matron of flowers. She's a goddess of agriculture and nature. Also, the other one that they would worship. I'm trying to find his name. Would be Gond, the Iron Father, also known as the god of the forge, and the god of forge and creation. So you would guess with your 10, you would see that the ziggurat is more than likely a worship spot for Gond, the Iron Father. You see hammers intersecting two giant stone/obsidian hammers intersecting the gateway at each corner of the ziggurat. You see stairways going up to the center temple, all with engravings of like different symbols in Dwarvish that you don't necessarily understand, but you would get that more than likely this is a Gond ziggurat.
Gone, baby, gone. The love is gone.
So the Iron Father. Continue walking through. Weaver would notice this. Alara would notice this. The dog is up on your chair, just as a forewarning. Bingo. I told on him and he left.
Murdoch.
Yep. I heard him.
Okay.
Fortunately, nothing up here that he can't have. So.
Okay. Didn't know if you left your food there or not.
Well, he just
Appreciate
rolled. He just rolled for an attack on Thaddeus, and
He rolled for an attack on any food items.
So you would notice. So Alara, Vivra, and Alan, and we'll say.
I speak Dwarven. Or
Yeah, it's more or less perception. Beep would also notice that the scorch marks are these drag marks are on the side of the road. These cobblestone roads going straight towards the ziggurat. Now, how is everyone trying to walk through this city? Are you trying to be quiet? Are you trying to be loud and proud?
How far away are we from the ziggurat?
From the gate to the ziggurats, it's about 2,500, 3,000 feet away.
Okay. So we can't. We probably couldn't be able to detect like any movement.
You'd be able to see. The thing is that it's such a massive structure in the center of the city. It's hard not to notice anything going on around it. So movement you'd be able to see, because it is just up in the air compared to everything else.
All right. Well, can we detect if there's any like movement around it at all?
Let's make a group perception check. So I need everybody to roll a perception check.
Got to turn off advantage, but that's okay because the first one was the higher.
Oh my god.
Dirty 20.
16.
Did you roll that?
Is this gonna be like Black Reach, where there's like a freaking dragon just waiting for us?
Thing is, the scorch marks were more demonic in nature from earlier. I wouldn't think it's a dragon.
It's a demon dragon.
I rolled a natural 1 again for
Christ almighty,
Ornthalis's perception check. I rolled a 3 for Celica's, which would
20 for Dennis.
Dennis is not rolling. However, I did roll. What is Alan's perception? It's fucking ridiculous. I think it's plus 16. Okay, let me see. So I rolled a 13 on the dice for Alan. That's for perception is a plus 14. So it's a 27 for Alan, so it's a success. Okay, so 17. All right, so you even with a natural 1 from Ornthalis, you guys are able to note as the group's perception. All of you notice crawling into the top of the ziggurat are these like little, like scaly demon / devil-like creatures that are crawling on the ceiling, and you would know what these are because you fought them once before within the trench. These are quasits, little imp-like creatures that crawl on all fours, and you would notice that they are all casually crawling into the top of the ziggurat and all throughout. And as you get closer, you do notice that some of them are starting to like look in your general direction. You don't think that they see you because you are far away from them, and they're high, but they are high up and they may have seen movement. So my question to all of you is: Are you trying to be quiet and sneak past them, or are you going to just walk in loud and proud?
Look, Beep would rather be sneaky. I do have a question though. Can we detect if there's any side routes we could go?
So there's alleyways and like different. I mean, it's a city, so there's gonna be alleyways. There's gonna be different roads. As you look around, there is one continuous road on the outside. It's like a circle around the city that connects each individual roadway that goes out of the city. But there's individual roadways that you can sneak through and make your way through. However, they are looking at you from the top of a massive structure in the center of the city. So even if you were to sneak around, you'd be able to use the terrain to your advantage, but there would still be areas where they'd be able to detect you.
And I'll throw down pass without trace too, so.
Okay.
Can I have Beep enter sneak or stealth?
Well, that's what everyone's doing.
Well, yeah. Do we need to roll like a group stealth check?
I would like everyone to roll. If we're going to be sneaking, I'd like everyone to roll a group stealth check.
Okay. Thaddeus, just for record, is going to pull the cloak over his head and go full stealth.
Okay, well then I'll need you. Then you're just an automatic success then.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, nice. So make
That
sure you
one, baby.
make sure you add, make sure you add 10 to your
15.
add 10.
25.
Pass without a trace, so add 10.
26.
16 plus 26. All right, Ornithalis. This guy's fucking struggling today. That's an 18 for him. Celica. Hey, that's a pretty natural 20. It's a half moon, or not half moon, but a crescent moon. So it's a natural 20 for Celica, which is a Jesus Christ. Alrighty then. That's a 40.
Did you roll another nat 1?
No. Celica, that he has a plus 10 to stealth, so that's a 40.
Damn.
Oh boy.
That might be the highest I've ever rolled for a character. Wow. So 40 for stealth, but there was a natural 1 for Ori, so that those do cancel out. I need a stealth check for Alara. Is she Lexi? Are you here?
I could what is her stealth? Do you know? I know. I think she went to just rest for a moment.
Okay.
I think she got a headache or something.
Yeah. I will tell you. Oh, I can. It's fine. I can roll for her. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
She. Yeah. She. What is going on? Roll 20, please. Thank you. Okay, Alara. Kind of a bitch, dude. This is that's a dirty 20. That's a success for her. But she never. Okay. So we're gonna roll a perception check for the closets. With advantage, because there's hundreds of them. As you start to look, they're everywhere. They're all over the city. They're not in the area that you're in, but they are all over the ceiling of this city, which is about 1,000 feet up, and they're just all crawling along, doing whatever they're being told to do. So 2 natural 20. So the DC will be. The DC is going to be 18. So 23, 24, which is 33, 34, 29, 26 with a natural 1, 2 natural 20s. You guys are able to traverse through the city without being seen by these hundreds of little demonic creatures. Quietly making your way through. You get about here to where you can look down into the southern road towards Dungolier, and you immediately spot thousands upon thousands of undead goblins and demonic creatures, ranging from Vrux. You see a few of those bull-like demons that you guys fought in the Rania Trench that seem to be acting as generals. You see the occasional demon walking out of these open portals that are in the ziggurat itself, and they're coming out of the basement. You would immediately guess that these are that Naldaral is now infested with demons. So you're making your way through, making your way to the northeastern road. You have to cross a road. You have to cross the main stretch of road here, and immediately you notice what look to be undead trolls, like cave trolls, starting to wander your way. And all of you are able to, with the stealth checks, you're able to duck into the next into the next alleyway and watch them walk by. One of them like looks over in your general direction, goes, huh? Oh, and just keeps walking. You see flesh starting to fall off its undead body. And you see on top of its shoulder a little Quasit going, like, barking orders in Abyssal. Do any of you know Abyssal?
Nope.
I thought one person did.
It might be Alan. That sounds like an Alan type of language to know. No, he knows Infernal.
Was it? Can you check Alara's character sheet? Because I think she might know Abyssal. I don't remember. I'm so bad at memory. I thought we had one person who knew it.
She knows Common, Goblin, Druidic, and Infernal. So no.
Okay.
So
it was Infernal. That was what I was thinking of.
Yeah, we have 3 people in the party that know Infernal. Doesn't Ornthalis know Abyssal?
Y'all should have varied it up a little.
Yeah.
Well,
blame it on everybody else.
Well, I'm a celestial guy here.
Listen, I may be a demon, but that doesn't mean I speak of this.
You're a devil.
Hey, that's not. Hey, look, you're a demon. I don't blame you. I blame the people who chose it.
You have Infernal background, not demonoid background, by the way. Tieflings are Infernal.
You shut your goddamn mouth.
I said I didn't blame you.
Devil's
You're born with it.
Ornthalis does not know Abyssal. He knows like every other language in the book, but he doesn't know Abyssal.
It's a shame we don't have a warlock with the thing that makes them just know how to read all languages.
It's a shame we don't have H.P. Lovecraft on our team.
Oh, you know who does know Abyssal? The little dwarven guy. He knows. He knows Abyssal and Infernal. He will hear it and go, he's just barking orders and tell him to keep walking. Something about our gracious lady will be disappointed if we don't finish on time. Looking to march north. Something about marching north. I don't know. But he can only gauge that. He rolled a bit of a shit perception check for what he needed to hear the full monologue of that little Quasit demon. But all of you are able to sneak quietly through Nal Doral. It takes about an hour to fully sneak your way through to the north east road. As soon as you make it to the gates of the northeast road, you notice undead dwarves who are monitoring the hallway. You notice a few larger you notice Balgura demons, these like ape-like tough looking demons, like picking like undead these undead dwarfs up, and like if they fall down, he picks them up and like throws them a little bit to keep them working. They are in your way, so I'm gonna need everyone to make another stealth check if you want to get around them. Pass without trace is up to 1 hour, so it's just getting to the end of it. So you would
18.
still have the plus 10.
32.
14.
That's a 39 for Celica. I rolled a 19.
38. Or 37, I mean.
25 for Ornthalis. Alan rolled a 16. Natural 20 for Alara. These dice can roll. All right, so it's a 32 for Alara. Oh boy. Okay, so the DC is gonna be 17. So pass, barely pass. Did Ori roll?
14.
14. Okay, that's his fail. Everyone else, Alan also failed. Okay, so all of you get low, and there's like supplies and boxes like stacked up near the gate. You're able to like sneak through and get by. Your giant group for somehow is able to sneak past these giant like demon-like creatures, and they're all very aware and looking, and they rolled really high for their perception. But you just barely make it through to where you make it to this opening right here. Inside of it is just a open cavern filled with war supplies. You see weapons, explosives. You see ballistas and cannons. You see staffs with like magical abilities. You see chests filled to the brim with like what seem to be these coins. Hard to tell what they are from here. But there is, in the center of this giant room, is one of those horned devil-like creatures that you fought in the trench that almost grabbed Zane and took him away. If you want a reminder what they look like, I can grab them real quick.
Upon seeing all of these weapons, Elka is going to once again
Like one of these things.
ask about the sword.
Okay, you're gonna want someone to cast a spell in front of a bunch of demons.
No, never mind.
Okay. Ornthalos will do it. He's ready to throw down. But
I don't know if we're ready to take on a bunch.
it's up to you guys. You do make it here though. If you want to make a perception check to see if you see anything that looks like shards of blades, you can.
I'll do that.
Okay.
16.
There's a lot of blades around here. It's hard to, yeah, it's with a 16, it's just there's nothing you can really gauge from that. As you sneak across, using your previous stealth checks, that way you can still use Pass Without a Trace. The Balor demon guarding this treasure, this weapons hoard, does not see you as you cross past the wide open archway that what you could probably gauge used to be some sort of armory for the dwarves back in the day. But you make your way just to the other side, and at this point all of you are starting to get tired. It has been a long day of sneaking. However, you do have demons right behind you within a dangerous pace. Do you want to continue forward and into the night a little bit, or into what you perceive as the night a little bit, or do you want to just try to sneak rest in here?
I'd like to find somewhere safer.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw as you continue walking. You can make it to the center.
Nat 20.
Oh, I got 10. I rolled a 2, but I have a +8.
Alara rolled
1.
Alara rolled really well.
Oh, wow.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 here too.
Alan
I rolled
rolled
a dirty 1.
Dirty 1.
A dirty 1. You are a dirty 1.
Was it 2 -1?
I rolled natural 20. Alan did, so he's fine. Alara rolled a what's her con? So that's a 21. She's good. Ornthalos rolls a 14. He's not good. Celica's fine. Okay, so anybody rolled below 15, you take a point of exhaustion. Thaddeus, you don't take more than one. Natural one is rough, but it's you're just really, really tired by the time you set up camp and you pass out.
Where do you mark those?
There should be a.
You might have to turn it on in your
I'll turn
settings.
it on for you. Just let me do it real quick.
It goes under
I don't know why it's
in
not.
the middle where your armor class and stuff is. It's under that whole box. Like,
Oh, what the frick just happened?
I'm changing things. Don't worry. Where is it?
Yeah, but you woke me up from my sleep with that.
Well, good. Show exhaustion
Would've said
tracking.
my
There it is.
drunken stupor, but
So exhaustion is now there. So yeah, you have a point of exhaustion.
okay.
So you and unfortunately, the fact that you chose to wander on into majority of your night, those who didn't make the Constitution saving throw will have to keep their exhaustion until the next day. You'll get your long rest, but it won't count towards getting rid of exhaustion. So,
I'm gonna drink poison. I mean, wine.
so, good there.
Oh wait, was that Beatrice that did that?
Yeah, no, that's Thaddeus. Okay.
Maybe.
So, you rest for the night. Is anybody staying up for watch?
Oh, actually, can I put up Lehman's tiny hut?
Yes, you can. Unfortunately, can you tell me how many people can fit in that?
Not
we
all
all
of them.
fit into it before.
Right.
Well,
but
I think we have more people now.
You have 2 extra people now.
Oh yeah.
So wait, can I? Okay, question. If 2 people take watch,
Mm-hmm.
can 2 people then leave the hut and then new 2 people come in?
Yes, that's fine, but it'll be. You have to understand, you're basically sleeping as like a pretzel when you're inside this hut with that many people. It's pretty cramped, so it will take a bit of. It will take a bit of finagling, but yeah, you could probably take care of that.
I mean, as long as Ori isn't in it, I think we're fine.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ori, I think did you took a point of exhaustion, or did you roll high enough?
I got a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, you're
That's
fine
high
then. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll use Lehman's tiny hut, and
Okay.
whoever took exhaustion can go in it. I guess I'll have Beep.
Okay.
Actually, no. I think Beep has to stay in it. So.
Beep has to stay in it. Yes, he does.
Yeah. So Beep can't leave.
So, okay. Ornithalis will stay up for watch since he rolled high enough for first watch. Anybody else want to join him, or are you just going to leave him to it?
I'll join him.
Okay. So.
Yeah, get out of here.
I changed my mind.
Roll a perception check then, Ori.
Dirty 20.
It's also a 30 for Ornithalis for perception.
I give him disadvantage by trying to distract him.
Still a 30. He has plus 14. I rolled a 6. I rolled a 16 as my lowest. I rolled a 16 and 17. Okay. First watch, you are keeping a constant eye on that hallway as to where all the demons were, and you don't see any movement for all of your stay or all of your time being awake. There we go. So, your watch goes off without much issues. Who's going to take second watch, if any? Anybody?
Anyone taking second watch? Looks like Todd up there is passed out from exhaustion.
I can do second watch.
Okay. So just roll perception check.
I'm role playing.
14.
14. You do notice a few of the quasits start to crawl on the ceiling into this like center chamber, and the chamber around you haven't really noticed it, is really just a giant like. You think at one time it was maybe like a place where like soldiers were, like a barracks almost. You see if the occasional stone house or stone building that's quite large, but you do notice like remnants of what used to be camps in the area. So maybe a place for the soldiers to camp out. But you look and you see quasits starting to roll on the roll onto the ceiling. They do not see you because I rolled a natural 2. And they just continue on their way, no problem. Second watch goes off without much issue, other than the quasits. Who is going to take third watch?
I'm exhausted, but I will.
Okay. Well, yeah, you have gotten your long rest after two watches. So, if you want to wake up, you can. You're just tired, so your ability checks would be rolled at disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to wake up and make a perception check, you can.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Role playing.
Holy sh! I even noticed the roll until I looked up. Yeah, damn. All right. Yeah, you notice the quasits running on the ceiling, going back towards the corridor, and they're going up to the northern corridor from where you're looking. They roll stealth check for me, Weaver. They do not see you, barely. Oh, you rolled disadvantage. Yeah.
Yeah, let me roll another one. And...
Yeah, they don't see you.
Okay, yeah.
They rolled a 10. So they continue on, no problem. They don't see you. You're keeping the fire low, and they're used to seeing flashes of fire because of the nature of what they are. So the little bitty itty bitty flame of your campfire doesn't bother them much. Third watch goes off without any issue, and you guys wake up for with a long rest. Those are exhausted, still have the exhaustion level for the day. But let's see here. Is it focus? Can greater restoration get rid of exhaustion?
I thought it. Yeah, it did.
You can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1.
Yeah, it can. But it's kind of a bad use of greater restoration.
Yeah,
not if your name is Alan and you have 3 level 5 spell slots.
Yeah,
I was
true.
gonna say more for the gold cost, but
oh yeah, true. Yeah, we're diamond dust. How much does Alan have? I know he has some.
I mean, I have it, but it's it's mostly for revives.
Alan has enough diamond dust for 10 greater restorations still. Who left?
Nate.
Oh, his computer must have shit the bed again. Yeah, Alan's tired of being exhausted, so he's gonna cast greater restoration on himself. And then he'll look at everyone else. Who else exhausted? Raise a hand.
Not I.
Why there, sir?
I'll pitch in at least one of them. No, you know what? I'm not going to do that.
No, let the overpowered NPC take care of it.
Yeah.
Thaddeus Sterling of the House of Sterling.
Yeah,
Oh God, here
let
we
the-
go
let the-
again.
Let the DM self-insert do it.
Yep.
This is not the DM self-insert. This is the old man that wanted to be left alone that you guys persuaded to come with. Fuck off.
Sounds
He
a lot
loves
like
being-
you. I don't know.
You have multiple
Right.
self-inserts.
I would have been.
Grandson of a vampire.
He'll walk up and cast Greater Restoration on Elka and Vivra, and then look at Thaddeus and go, "All right," and use a 6th level spell slot to cast Greater Restoration on Thaddeus.
Whoa!
So the exhaustion is gone.
I feel fresh. Wow, that was actually kind of refreshing. Being exhausted.
So
Being exhausted was refreshing. That makes a lot of sense.
So you wake up, you do have a long rest. Those that were exhausted now because of the spells no longer have exhaustion. And moving forward, you would guess that you would know that going north would not be in your best interest. Ornthalis continues to guide you through the right corridors. And he's like, well, I think I remember that. And he does remember that because that's a really fucking high roll. What is that? That's an 18 plus 4 recollection would be history. So yes, the answer is yes. 18 plus 16 is a 34. Okay. So he's going to continue to guide you, and he's like, wait. And he'll point, and you'll see this glowing blue section of room to your left. And he's like, that's the crypt. This is where we need to be careful. I know we've been careful a bunch, but if those sentries see us, we're dead. Very dead. So
Would pass without trace help again here.
yes, absolutely. I'd like everyone to roll stealth check.
I'm gonna
As-
pull my cloak over.
Okay. So as you guys get close, you do see these 2 giant stone statues that have ruby eyes, and they're like, you see like these rays of light guiding, like panning through panning through the corridor and just looking every which direction. You do notice you do notice that the eyeballs are sticking closer to the gate than they are the actual corridor, but they do occasionally, like the little red shimmer of light goes up into the corridor and looks around occasionally. And it's almost as if like anything inside that ray they can see. Looking inside the room, you see this just labyrinth of tombs in front of you, with a strange hue of blue glowing. You assume it's probably crystal. Thaddeus, you would roll with advantage because you're invisible.
I'll
Eight.
roll it.
It's 22 for Alara. It's 211.
Like consistent.
Nice.
221s. Okay. Because of pass without trace, you get plus 10. That's a 19 for Ornthalis. Celica, that's a 38.
I just want to point out that because of Pass Without Trace, a 2 from Beep turned into a 20.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Go to your jail, stupid D20. That's another that's a natural 1 for Alan. So his stealth
Nice
is
knowing you, Alan.
He's gonna use a reaction actually when he realize. So we'll get to it narratively. All of you start to walk past, and Alan, thinking he's stealth, will start to walk, and he doesn't get as low as everyone else. All of you start to wander by the gazing like light rays of these ruby eyes that are detecting through this hallway, and you see Alan get immediately hit with that light ray, with a natural 1. However, Alan realizes this, and you just see him disappear, vanish, and the sentries will stop and look where Alan was, and you'll see the 2 light beams just focus in. Alan needs to roll a dexterity saving throw. Just barely makes the save. You notice the red lights go from a red hue to a green hue, and you watch the center, like the wall on the other side of this corridor, disappear and disintegrate.
Eep.
And Alan like shows up on the other side as you all like quickly walk past it, and you just see him like appear, like apparate, like, oh my god, my mom taught me how to do that when I was a kid. That would have sucked so bad.
Yes, this one would not have enjoyed the process of bringing you back.
Yeah, that would have not been pleasant. But and you'll like as you all get around the corner, you'll see the light rays shoot towards the corridor that all of you are standing in, and like look in that general direction, but just stay there, and eventually they start panning around again randomly. You successfully snuck past the ruler's resting place. I forgot that you had passed without a trace as a druid, but with the rolls that all of you had, you guys would have failed so hard without pass without a trace. That saved all of your asses.
I was holding on to it just long enough to where it's like, okay, this is probably where I want to start casting that.
So the DC was 18. And all of you would have failed, except for Elka and Zane and Celica. So yeah, that would have been really bad, really fast. But anyways, continuing on. Guiding you through the corridors, you make it to about here, where it's where you do notice what looks to be a giant, like almost like a mayor's mansion carved out of stone, just kind of in the middle of nowhere, and here in this through these dwarven tunnels. It is seemingly abandoned, but you do see inside a single candle lit in the hall, or in like the living area. You guys want to do anything with that, or?
Thaddeus,
Not entirely.
go take a look at that.
Could you describe that again, please? Sorry.
Yeah. This looks like a mayor, like a giant, like a two-story, maybe a 3-story, but a 2-story mayor's mansion-like building made out of stone, carved into the side of the wall. It looks mostly abandoned. However, there is a single candle light in the living area inside of this building.
Okay.
Is the candle? Go ahead.
I'm gonna pull my cloak, and I'm going to slowly advance, checking for traps, and using
Make an investigation
stealth
check.
ability I have.
Make an investigation check. Checking for traps. What were you gonna ask, Nate?
I'm gonna see what he does first.
Okay. So 11. You're stealthing, mind you. Whenever you're stealthing normally outside of combat, you're basically nothing. You have boots of Elvenkind, which make your steps silent, and you have a cloak of invisibility, which is essentially giving you greater invisibility anytime you want it.
I also have trap sense.
What does that do?
What level are we?
We're 10.
We're 10, so it would be +3.
Plus 3, so 14. That does change things. just slightly. You're walking up, and you do notice a tripwire at the front door. Are you trying to go inside the house, or are you just trying to peek in to see who's in there?
Well, I guess based on what I see, would it be easier for me to dismantle the trap and try to go inside, or can I get a peek through the window and still remain stealth?
I'm going to say make an insight check. Trying to gauge which situation would be easier and or better for yourself. 15. You peek in the window, you see nobody inside except for this little flicker of a candlelight.
Ouch, god damn it.
Don't touch the candle.
No, my
And that's why you don't touch the candle, yeah.
I think Todd lit the black flame candle.
But
No, a virgin lit the black flame candle.
oh my god. But you gauge that it might be worth if you were to dismantle the trap and make your way in. The chances of you finding out who's in there is 100%. More than likely. However,
You can't say 100% and then more than likely.
so we'll give it a 95%. All right. Well, whatever. 99.9% chance you'll find out if anybody's actually in there.
I'm going to dismantle the trap.
Okay, roll a thieves' tool check. And you have those gloves on as well. That gives you +5 to your roll. Well, I think.
Yep. I gave Todd the tools of the trade to make him OP. So.
And it's dexterity, right?
Yes. So it's add your dexterity bonus. Yeah, there you go. Thieves' tool. So 5 plus 0 plus 5. That's 25. You are able to study the trap, and realize that the tripwire is attached on the other side of on the inside of the door. You notice that it's leading to the inside of the door. You creak the door open slightly, and you're able to see a swinging double-sided axe that's hanging on a trigger that would hit you.
Hey, Ori, come here.
That would
We going old school in this bitch.
that would hit you pretty much square in the face if you walk through and trip the wire. But you're able to cut the wire, and with a 25, you're able to cut the wire and then catch the axe before it drops to the ground. And you're able to slip inside the door with your stealth and your ability to creep around. However, catching the axe, I am going to need you to make a athletics or acrobatics check to see if you actually firmly grab onto the axe before it hits the ground.
Firmly grasp.
Firmly grasp it in your hands. Firmly grasp it.
God, there's certain trigger phrases for this generation.
I'm so glad that you guys recognized it.
We're all brainwashed.
Maybe it's the way you're dressed.
Was I able to get a good grip on the shaft?
Yes.
I bet you did get a good grip on the shaft.
Yeah. So
Given that you're gay, you're probably used to it.
oh my God, stop.
You sound like you're from like the 20s.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
The Brooklyn Dodgers are taking on the Red Sox.
And he grabbed the shaft. He must be one of those.
Welcome to Diamond City.
Okay.
I have this weird flashback.
Like that soft. Okay.
Okay.
Zach is just trying to think about how far we've come. He can't kick us off this channel.
Jackie took a soft swing at that. It looked like the bat was a little loose in his hand.
With a 20, you drop it because you've continued on. No, I'm kidding. With a 20, you're able to grab the axe just barely before it hits the ground. However,
you cut your leg off.
However, as you grab the axe,
Don't get an idea.
you immediately notice another trap that you did not notice with your investigation. And as you grab the axe, you step on a loose floorboard, and you immediately get hit. Well, you're invisible, so I will be ruling with disadvantage. Okay. You see two more axes swing sideways and try to hit you in the chest. However, they trigger, but you're able to duck down below just enough. They miss you barely. And immediately you hear inside, who's there? I don't want any trouble.
Hello, this is Daddy Sterling.
Where are you? Wait.
The House of Sterling.
Do I hear where this is coming from?
You hear very muffled talking. It's kind of hard to hear from where you're at.
We're here to protect you. We're here to protect you.
Yeah, we're here to save your arse.
Make a persuasion check. That is.
Do you have any money?
God, it just went.
Can I do it? Can I?
Robin.
Oh, you made me roll a fucking 2, you bitch.
I'm actually here to rob you.
Real quick, because I had Beep do a persuasion check through Clovis. Can I do one as well? Zach?
So here's the problem. The person who's interacting with this situation is Thaddeus.
Okay, fair enough.
All of you are outside. You hear the trap swing.
Oh, right.
You hear the trap.
Look, it's 10. I forgot.
Do I get a comfy cat bonus?
No.
The comfy cat bonus.
With your 9,
that's gonna be put on every D&D from now on.
With a 9, you see a dagger flying your way. That's the second natural 20 I've rolled at disadvantage. Since you're invisible, it does go at disadvantage. Does 16 hit you, Todd?
My armor class is a 16.
So it hits,
beats it.
Beats it. So you blind throw out of this dark room. You see a dagger just all of a sudden sticking in your arm. You take
Oh, hold on.
You take you have uncanny dodge, so you take half. That's fine. I haven't given you the damage yet. You take 4 points of piercing damage and 12 points of poison damage.
Don't I have a?
You have uncanny dodge, which reduces damage by half.
Right, but also I have poison. Don't I have poison resistance because I'm into poisons?
I don't think so. I don't think you've ever gotten poison resistance.
Todd's just making stuff up.
He's also played multiple characters that gets jumbled up in his mind about who's who. So I don't know if any of his other characters have poison resistance. That's what you're thinking.
I think Futures did have poison resistance.
Okay. Yeah. No, you do not have poison resistance.
Okay.
But you do have uncanny dodge. So half of 16 is 9 points of damage. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm making a lot of saving throws.
You're solo missioning yourself into an unknown house. 19
ups right now.
Yeah, 19. You're fine. You get stuck and immediately you get stuck with the blade, and the blade stops. She's like, "Don't come any further." And as you look closer into the room, you see a halfling man. Not, at least he looks halfling at first. He has a shaved face, short, like high cut brown hair. He has kind of a bluish cloak over his shoulder, and he's wearing like these black, like a black button up shirt, half like almost like a polo, but without the collar. And He looks relatively young. As you look closer to him, his facial features are not that of a halfling. They are that of a dwarf. And he looks young in the face. And he's like, whoever you are, Thaddeus, is that your name? I'll kill you if you come in here.
Sir, we're here to protect you. We were sent to protect you.
I don't believe that bullshit. Nobody.
What's going on? They love enough.
At this point, you do. At this point, you do hear the voice coming out of the house.
In the name of the House of Sterling, in the honor of my father and my grandfather, who was a vampire, I just found out, we are here on
You might write
peace to protect you. I probably should have left out the vampire part.
Oh, shit.
Wait, are you? Are you? Wait, you're invisible. Are you a vampire?
No.
He's holding out a hand
Or he's
axe.
walking in at this point. I don't know, whenever he gets there.
He's as he says, "Are you a vampire?" Or you walk through. He's like, "Oh shit!" And he throws the axe at you.
We're catching it.
No, because it's a natural 20.
But I might roll higher, or a nat 20 as well. If I get a nat 20, can I catch it?
No, because it's an attack, Nate. You know how this.
Okay.
You know how this works.
I just thought it'd be really funny if I caught it and I threw it back.
No, he hits
Ooh,
you.
cool, Zachary.
It's real. Oh.
No.
Okay, it's fine.
You take 20 points of 20 points of slashing damage as this axe just like glances over your shoulder. And you just like it like starts to get stuck and then bounces off because your muscles are too big. He's like, I don't want to be. Please,
I'm gonna fucking catch it and throw it at him now.
Okay, so you grab it and throw it back at him. Roll an attack.
I'm gonna try to throw it next to him,
So you're not trying to hit him?
like as close as I can get.
Okay, so since you're trying to throw it, the AC is going to be higher, and if you roll below the AC, there's a chance that it will hit him. So go ahead and roll.
Please don't kill him. He's probably a necessary NPC.
Roll an attack, and tell me what you get. This is
what am I? Just plus
your dex.
Okay.
It's a range weapon.
Nat 20, baby. 22. Actually, I should. I think I might. No, it's just 22. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's just your.
I'm trying not to.
Yeah, his face was already well shaved, but if he had a beard, he would have shaved him more. The axe just like flies within half an inch from his face and lands on the other side. He's like, please,
catch.
What do you want? I'm just here observing just here to observe the ruler's resting place. I should have never come down this far.
Ruler?
Resting place?
Yeah, the tomb right up there, and he'll point from the way that you came. I don't want to get too close. The sentries will get at.
What's your name?
Whenever you ask someone their name, you give them your name first.
I told you I'm Thaddeus Sterling of the House of Sterling.
He's not really part of a house. He got kicked out.
Stop talking about me getting kicked out, please.
I heard you call yourself a vampire. You probably should have done that.
Yeah, that was dumb of me, okay?
Even though you're kind of a vampire, I think.
But you threw something at this gentleman, and we don't even know who he was. Now, granted,
He threw something at me. I don't know him. He doesn't
we
know
broke
me.
into his house.
He like.
It's not his house. He's exploring.
He panics and
argue like a married couple.
As you guys are arguing, he panics and picks up the throwing axe again and points it at both of you. I don't know who you are.
I'm gonna try to grapple him.
Make an athletics check.
How far away is he?
From like 30 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out a piece of cheese and go, would you like peace?
Elka's gonna pop in and look at what's going on.
30.
and then turn around
30
and
for
walk
athletics.
away.
Okay. What is this? What is his acrobatics? Oh shit, that's right. He's a dexterous little fucker. He also
Jeez.
he also rolled 30, so roll again.
Okay. 33.
He rolled a 31. So you just barely beat him. As you're getting close, you're like, stay back, and you just lunge and grab him. He tries to like jump out of your arms, but you grab him, and Alera's still on your horns. And as you grab him, he's like, wait, there's another one. Okay,
I'm gonna tie him up.
No.
I'm tying him up. Hog tie.
Okay. Elka, you walk into Ori grappling and hog tying this little dwarven man.
Or you showed his knees hog tying this little guy.
Don't eat me, please.
He just says like a
Not
deadpan
what
face.
you think.
What are
Hey,
you
Elka,
guys?
start a fire.
No. What are you doing?
He started throwing shit at us.
Is he hog tied?
Yeah, he's probably with that athletics.
I'm gonna carry him around like a handbag,
Okay.
like a little like a basket or something.
Do you
Roll
guys even know who he is?
a d12
yeah.
for me, Nate.
A what?
A d12.
Okay. 3.
You hear one of his wrists pop as you pick him up. He takes 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
I thought he was like dislocating his like wrist or something.
That's
Unless that's what he's actually doing. I don't know.
He seems more concerned with throwing items
I
at us
just-
than trying to talk to us.
You broke in.
what?
I told you to just look, Thaddeus.
I am looking. I just looked through the
You were-
open
why didn't
door
you-
that I opened.
Why didn't you come back and tell us what was going on?
So
When have I come back and told anybody anything?
No,
You're
It's like
useless.
rafters.
I can make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
You notice as he's slipping his wrist out of the hog tie. I just want to like be let go, please.
Or he's getting out.
They're
What?
hugging him.
No. Roll another d12.
Not. Let's
6.
just- is there a chair or something?
Take 6 more
that we
points
can
of
tie
bludgeoning
him
damage. No,
Oh,
this
shit.
room is empty.
Hey, just relax. I'm not gonna hurt you. You could be dangerous.
He needs to.
I'm gonna
needs to roll.
I'm loosening him up.
Needs to roll a
I don't
constitution.
know. Fuck it.
Yeah, he needs to roll a constitution saving throw at that point. You are a 500-pound menace, grappling
I'm
a
just
guy.
gonna put him on the
that's-
ground.
As you put him on the ground, he is now unconscious.
Fuck.
When you
Well-
say unconscious, is he breathing?
He is breathing.
Yeah.
He's not unconscious as in he's at 0. He is just unconscious.
Well, let's find something to tie him to. Interrogate.
Does this place have rafters or something? Or like a
there-
chandelier?
There's not much
hook?
in here anymore. But you do there's like wooden support beams throughout
Is
the
this
house.
just like a one-room house, or is there more? Are there more rooms?
There's a staircase that goes upstairs.
Alright,
I'm gonna hang him
gonna,
But it's
I'm gonna
two.
go
It's,
no,
it's a central foyer where the stairs are that go up, and then there's 2 wings on each side that are large, like grand rooms.
probably clear the house, but if he's been here for a while, probably get everyone
Hang
else
him
in
from
here.
the support beam.
Thaddeus, can you go get everyone else?
He's still unconscious.
Yes. I'm gonna pop through
Uh,
the door and holler for everybody else.
Is
to
he-
come in.
Is he
Oh,
breathing?
no.
Did you say he was?
Shallow breaths. Yes.
I'm gonna give him a few slaps to the face. Not like a hard, but like pats. Hey,
Ivra, I need you inside quickly, please.
He's
Quickly.
still asleep.
Run
He's
my
out.
way over there.
Quickly, please.
Alan walks in. And he's like, "Oh, what the hell?"
tie up.
I don't know. I walked in. They're tying this guy up, and then Now he's unconscious.
Why is it every time we find a stranger in a strange place, we have a vicious propensity to either kill them or knock them out?
It's just
Those
these
are
two.
Big words for you.
That's a big word for you, Alan.
I'm mostly well read.
First.
Can I have? I'm gonna have Beep and Beep and Clovis come in, and Clovis is just gonna be like, "Oh, with how much I like tying people up, I'd be thinking you're into some weird stuff."
Clovis knows that's time.
That's just a point.
I understand
prefer
your
with
point,
beef
but it's
dogs.
not the time. That's for later in the evening.
No,
Not for me.
you see Celica and Ornthalis walk in. Ornthalis like, "Wow, handy work there, big fella. Who's that? Celica, do you know this dwarf?" "No, he's just a young bitch. I don't know."
Like candy in him and like hit him with like sticks.
Okay. Can somebody make sure he's not dead?
He's not.
He's no longer breathing.
What?
I am gonna.
Hold on. I just took an ACL because you call 911. You grab an AED. I'm gonna start compressing someone's chest.
Ornthalis cast Power Word Kill on Thaddeus.
Thank God.
Finally,
no more House
we're
of Sterling.
House of Sterling.
What's the number for
The
bloodline ends here.
What's the number for 911?
I was half spaced, but would I have gotten in there by the time he was kaput, or
you would have walked in as you being the observant one, you would have noticed his body go like take one deep inhale and then slump.
Same as man.
That's it.
Actually tied him too tight. He broke something, I think.
do we want this one to?
Are you
spend the
thinking about it?
diamonds?
You can make a medicine check if you want to see if he's still alive. I'll take the
You
15.
even ask him if he was
Oh, yep. Sorry.
friendly.
No, it is
Throw
still
an axe at me.
disadvantage. I'm still at disadvantage with the exhaustion. so
No,
it's
you
11.
got greater
We all
restorated.
healed that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Haha.
Can I help?
You put your hand. Yeah, how are you gonna help?
I'll check for a pulse.
Check for pulse. Okay, you can roll. You can roll with advantage then. I guess technically we'll just take the roll that you did.
Yeah.
So the 15 works. You put your hand on his chest, Vivra, and you. After about 30 seconds, you do feel his heartbeat, and same goes for you, Ori. You feel like just the little slightest beat of a heart, and then his chest starts moving again. He succeeded on all of his death saving throws. Okay.
I knew he wasn't dead because the cauterizing flame didn't appear. The ghostly flame didn't appear over his dead body.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would have not been good.
But he is now he is technically at 0. I've been rolling damage because of the internal bleeding that was given to him by Ori.
I don't know why you're yelling at Ori. You have to know this is going to happen with any NPC that starts chucking things at him.
It was really funny.
It was funny. I'm enjoying this. As Nate's friend, I am thoroughly enjoying this. But as the DM, I'm like, God damn it, guys. Okay. So
This is all Ori. I took my hit.
Like, he's probably an important NPC that would guide us to the Court Aorum or wherever else we
The
have to
only
go.
guy that
You
knows
just
now he's dead.
You instantly killed him.
Oh shit, the quest is over. Fuck.
We broke the quest line.
He was the Cordeorum, and you just fucking destroyed it.
It was the Cordeorum we made.
There's going to be
along
like
the
a
way.
little text that appears at the top of the screen, Skyrim style, like, quest failed.
We're gonna wake up in the back of a wagon. So,
Anyways, he's still unconscious. He's alive, but he's unconscious.
Can I heal him?
Sure.
Cool.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
put
do
him
that.
on 12 liters oxygen, non-rebreather, and get a blood pressure, EKG 12 lead.
You're not an artificer.
I am.
Hey, what if you made a bunch of healing equipment and you just took over the role of the healer?
Listen, I ain't no fucking alchemist, okay?
You can become the medic, make the medigun.
No, the metaguns belong to the alchemists.
All right.
1 milligram of epinephrine.
Here we go. I'll do it at. Fuck it. We'll go to 4th level for this NPC.
Okay. So roll. It's a 29 points of healing. His eyes up, and he realizes he's surrounded by people. He's like, what is it? Who are you?
Oh, calm
people?
down, would you?
yourself.
Calm down. We just healed you.
What?
We
Please ignore
healed
the
you.
giant brute. He doesn't mean harm most of the time.
He's just a minotaur. It's just part of his personality.
We're
You're
not all
fine.
like this.
I
Don't say that.
need let's go with Beep through Clovis and Elka. Roll a persuasion check.
I mean, we did literally just heal
21.
him.
Right, so the DC is going to be lower.
Cool, 23.
He just kind of like look. Oh, okay. All right. Who are you? Wait. Someone asked me what is going on?
My name is Elka. What is your name?
Name. Right. My name is Harvin. Nice to meet all of you.
You don't have to lie.
What?
Nothing.
What are you doing? The demons. Wait,
Yeah, there's a bunch of flying demons outside. Don't worry about it. If you sneak well enough, you'll avoid them.
What are you doing down here?
I was, my father's buried in the tomb.
Will you just stay here alone?
No,
Are you talking about the tomb to the north?
yes, ruler's
Well,
resting
we
place.
passed it earlier.
That's impressive. You didn't get zapped and destroyed by the sentinels.
Since your father's buried there, if you went there, would you get zapped and destroyed?
Probably.
I'd
Was
recommend
your
not
father
going back
a
up there.
ruler?
He was an oligarch, yes. Which I guess makes me an oligarch. Who are you people?
Well,
We call
looking for-
ourselves the Rat Bastards.
And we're on a little search for a little something.
A little something. What are you looking for?
The Cordeorum.
His eyes get wide. Why are you looking
Would-
for that?
Would you happen to know where we could find it?
No.
It's an important part of a
I'd like
quest,
to
don't you know?
We're looking to help restore a city that's been devastated by blue dragons.
We do
And I
it for
don't
a
have
good
time.
cause, you know?
I'm sorry. Well, that's a shame. Cordeorum. I've heard about it, but I don't know where it is.
Ori.
Is it? Hold on. Are we being deceived right now?
Can I insight check him?
You Beep and Elka can make insight checks. Yeah.
I rolled an 18.
Give me a minute.
Ori, he seems
17.
He seems confused about the Cordeorum. Did you and I get involved again?
Back off, Thaddeus. Go sit in the corner.
Hang up from like a chandelier. Is he still hogtied? Did you guys untie him?
No, he's still hogtied. Yeah.
Is waterboarding part of D&D?
Sit up the chair. Get a bucket of water.
Get a
These are
bag.
awful.
I'm gonna pull out a car. I'm gonna pull out a car battery.
We're gonna put a bag of holding over his head.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
That would be brutal. Oh my god.
Where's the cordeum?
What's wrong with you?
That's a
Where's
really fucking
Rachel?
funny. That'd be so funny.
Would you like a cigarette, old man?
Where is it? Where is it?
We do like a electric therapy with shocking grasp or something.
Oh my God.
It's like that GTA scene where we're like taking all the torture tools.
It's okay.
Who's got a mage's hand?
No, I got this. I'm gonna pull out Blap Blap and I'm going to put it above his knee.
Oh my god. He seems very panicked with those insight checks. He seems to be telling the truth, but there could be more to what he's saying.
All right. Tell us what you know.
If you don't know where it is, what do you know about it?
It's a gem that's been passed down through the oligarchs. I do know where it. I guess I kind of know where it is. At least I've heard stories about it. I was told about it when I was appointed as the new oligarch in my family's stead.
Well, how about this? Maybe we can help you, but you can help us. Guide us to the Cordeorum, and we'll take you where you need to go.
I don't know where the Cordeorum is.
I know you don't know where it is, but guide us to your clue or whatever.
All I know is that they keep it in the vault. Just outside the city. The deeper vault. Where else?
From one house to another house.
Then why don't you take us to your deeper vault or whatever? We'll keep you safe, and we'll get you to your father's grave.
You don't want... You don't want to... I just want to go...
It's not a matter of want. We need the Cordeorum.
Yes.
We're trying to save a city. A whole damn city.
The whole world.
The universe.
Why don't know?
Taken over by dragons and dragoons.
Wait. So do you think this Earth planet that we're on is flat or is it a ball?
Not right now.
Oh Jesus! Not right now, Thaddeus. You're gonna confuse the poor bastard.
He's gonna roll a Constitution saving.
Constitution.
His mind
intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence. His mind fries. He's dead.
God damn it!
Did you know, Harvin, that the world is on the back of a giant turtle?
Which is also on the back of a giant elephant.
Which is on the back of a giant mouse.
He looks so confused.
Let's not lie, Harvin. The world is flat and we know it.
What?
The world is a donut.
Okay.
I like the turtle thing.
I've never been above surface, so I'll take your word for it.
You want to come with us when we leave, so you don't have to stay here alone?
No, I have my own duties to.
And what would that be? Cowering here in the dark?
I came to pay respects to the rulers of Aranduhr.
Well, we can help you do that later. Right now,
I'm gonna level
for your own safety.
I'm gonna level with you here, bud. You're like the third person alive we've seen down here that's not a demon or the undead. I think you should probably leave with us.
I want to tell you this. There's not a lot of women down here that you can make babies with.
Yeah, your prospects of procreation are pretty low.
He looks very confused at the aspect of whatever you're saying.
I'm also confused.
It's all about sex, baby.
Okay, I already...
Don't you know that according to Sigmund Freud...
I have a wife already. I don't know why you're...
Where's your wife at, then?
Back in the central city.
Which doesn't exist anymore because we don't know where the Cordeorum is to change the facts that happened prior, which made her go away. That's why we need you.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
She's alive. What are you saying?
When was the last time you saw your wife, sir?
A week ago, back in the capital central city.
A week ago? That was
because we just came from... Is that Central City Nolderal?
No.
Which one is it?
You were in Nolderal? Why were you there?
It was filled with demons, and we do not recommend it.
Yes, which is why we closed off the gate to this road.
We were also in Nentorum, but that was a whole different process. So
You were in Nantorum? And then
that's where we found this wizard and dwarf.
his
Except
eyes
they weren't alive when we found them.
His
but...
eyes will go wide. Orntalis? That's you, right? Yeah, that'd be me. Who are you? My name's Harvin Phillip. I'm part of the Phillip family. You knew my father.
Oh, he sounds like an arrogant little bastard from some
Oh,
house.
it's like somebody who travels with us all the
Somebody
time.
that I used to know.
Did your house kick you out?
No, I'm in church.
Would you like to adopt a half elf? He's looking for a new house.
He's a Thaddeus is an actual elf, but yeah.
Well,
No, he's a wood elf.
Yeah, dirty little tree rats.
Are you okay?
no, he's apparently the gag went from Harvin to Thaddeus. At some point here.
At this point, I really. Wait. Was there a gate on? There's like these old soldier corridors, like this giant room that had old camps in it. When you came this way, was there an active gate? Into this corridor?
Would you call it active?
It was. Were there
Killed,
dwarves?
several monsters.
There have been
dwarves
zero dwarves up to this point.
You'll see his eyes get this big. I need to get back to the city.
That we've seen.
I need to get back to the city. It's how many demons did you see?
We'll tell you if you can lead us to the Corde Orum. How about that?
I can lead you to the deeper vault. Go. Yes, that's fine. Whether or not you could get in, that's up to you.
Why can't you get us in if you're an oligarch?
Because you.
Yeah. Wouldn't you have access to the vault?
No, you need approval from 75% of the oligarchs to get into the vault.
And if that doesn't happen, is there a back way?
Not that I'm aware of.
And
All right. I'm getting a hold of this. You want us to come with you to your central city, help you out with all your problems, and all the oligarchs will be fawning over us. Is that your plan? Is that what you want?
I mean, that wouldn't hurt, but
It would. We're on a time. We have a very small limit of time.
Let me explain it this way.
We already traveled across half a damn continent.
If you don't represent 100% of the oligarchs, which
Are
would
you
make
really
you
an oligarch?
75% of the oligarchs, the world is going to explode by the time we get back to your city.
Thaddeus, you're drunk again. Stop drinking.
I don't think that's how that works.
I understand what you're asking of me, but the problem still remains. The doors will not open unless 75% of the oligarchs agree that it needs to open.
All right, here's the question. How many oligarchs are left?
Well, there's 100 families. So 100? Including 99, not including myself?
And if 99 are dead?
He just said that they're in the central city.
I mean, you just wait for the central city to get destroyed by dragons.
He's just
You should probably check on your wife if she's hopefully still alive.
Do you have a cell phone?
All right, that's the last one, Todd. You take 14 points of true damage. You lose 14 points of total
I
max
will take
HP.
the 14 points for that one.
No, you just take 14 points of damage. Fuck you.
The dwarven cell phone. Made with advanced dwarven technology.
Okay. I'll tell you what. If you take me north along the road of gold, I'll show you where the deeper vault is, and you can figure out how to get in yourself. Orntalis might actually
help us.
I can't help you. I can just.
Why?
Shh.
Really quick, can I just talk to the party here for a moment? If we just help the guy out, it probably shouldn't take too long. We've already been marching across the continent for God knows how long. So just help the guy out for a moment. We get the support of the oligarchs he's been talking about, and we go right into the vault, no problem.
How do we even know he needs help from us other than getting out of here?
The only
I'm
thing we
pretty
know
sure he needs help.
Well, listen up, Clovis. Here's the problem. We're on a time crunch. Let's be real here. I'm going to be quiet now. His wife's probably dead. That was a lot of demons. I don't think we can help this man the way he wants to be helped.
All right, hold on.
We
So,
just found a-
here's
we
my
just
new
found a
question.
wife.
Where is the central city?
Are you asking that to him?
Yeah.
You go north from here.
And
Is
how
that-
much time is it?
Is that past the vault?
Yes. So I've been trying to tell you. I can lead you to the deeper vault, and then I gotta go home.
That's fine.
Fine, we can do that.
Can you untie me now?
Partially.
I'll have Beep untie him.
No. I'm gonna hang him like a backpack.
Ori, I feel like you have enough small creatures as decoration.
I want to put him next. Can I put him next to the goblin skull on my belt?
That would normally be okay, but you notice his hands are already loose. He popped his wrists out of place and got loose of the ropes.
Will you
Tie his
stop doing
frickin'
that?
feet up. Hang him upside down.
Why would we hang this guy upside down? It's
No.
leading us to where we want to go.
Y'all are being so evil.
I'm not being evil.
That is.
You
I'm
just-
gonna
That
take
is,
my
that
bag.
is literally
This
an
man-
evil thing to do.
This man is literally taking us where we want to go.
I'm gonna take my bag of holding out and hang it. I'm gonna hang on above my bag of holding.
This is like two of the party's brain cells
I-
just fighting.
Can I stab Ori in the back of his knee to get him to drop this poor guy?
He's currently over the bag of holding.
Is he?
No, don't.
You never grappled.
don't put him in the
You never
battle.
you never grappled him. He broke his arms free.
Or I'll grapple him again.
All right, roll an athletics check.
Jesus.
You have to be a natural 20, which is a 34.
Yeah, rolling that 20.
What's
Do we
your
have a net?
athletics?
30. That'd be a 34. It's a plus 14.
Or re-roll again. He has a
Oh,
plus
okay.
14 to athletics or acrobatics. Shit.
He needs to lead us there. He should be allowed to walk.
32.
Also 32. What the fuck?
Fuck it, whatever. I don't care anymore. It's fine.
He's going to try to escape. And then he's no good to us.
What? Jesus Christ! Think about your damn actions for one moment. He has to go north anyway to the city. Why do you need to tie him up?
Exactly. We don't need to tie him up.
I'm just
fucking around.
Jesus Christ you're talking about.
I don't value this man's life at all.
The Bible is from the Bible.
It's one of the children characters from the Bible.
I hate how that's canon in my world.
Thank you, Laura.
You can just wipe the memory from us.
I just fucking hate it so much. But
Okay, I'm gonna just say off the record, this is the best fucking session we've had.
Just
Really? 'Cause
torturing this little dwarven man, really?
I think our best. I think our best thing was with that T-Rex guy.
Honestly,
yeah.
no, probably when we looted the invisibility room for Todd.
Yes.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Except that we lost Ilara.
Yeah, well,
From a role-playing aspect.
Okay. Well, we're getting late here, so can I lead you? Can I please just take you
put
there?
it down and lead the way.
Thank you.
I'll put him on a leash.
Oh my
The
god.
fuck you will.
No leash, Ori.
You gotta
You
meet me halfway.
Beep
No.
is gonna
Oh,
no.
actually, for the
Beep
first
is gonna
time-
cut his leash with his sickle.
I mean, he wouldn't let you catch him. Let's be like, once he's free, he's like, no, fuck you guys.
He's gonna run now because you guys scared him.
You.
You was
You're scared of my new pet.
I don't side with Ori very often, but now I do. We need to keep this man in check.
Oh my god!
I
Oh my
won't run away. Please just
I'm gonna
follow me.
I'm gonna kneel down. I'm gonna hang over him and say, if you fuck with us, I will shove you in the bag of holding
And
at first.
he'll look at you dead in the eyes, Ori, and very quietly and like get up like as close as he can to your face. If I die from your hands, you will be plastered on the walls of the central city. Trust me.
How would they know?
I'm a nod and grin. I like this one.
Why does he sound like he's now like a mafia member?
Right? And
They're
who would
gonna
know?
plaster you on the walls.
You have a backstory we don't know about.
Do you have some people here watching? Who would know? You'd be talking alone.
Weaver, make a perception check.
Do you have an uncle named Donnie?
Jesus
boy.
Christ, Todd.
Are you Italian or
Italian.
You know anyone called Vito Corleone?
You do notice, Weaver, you do notice shadows moving out in the corridor.
What are they doing as far as, are they moving? Do they seem like they're trying to... Are they trying to listen? Are they... Here, let me put it this way. Can I tell if they're dwarven or if they're goblinoid or the other things that I can't remember what the hell they're called?
Wow, that's the devils or demons. You can tell that these are uniquely shaped creatures, these silhouettes, and they're oddly similar to your standard dwarf. And they are outside, and you notice that there's one currently coming towards the door very quickly.
I'm gonna go ahead and splash a produce flame right kind of in front of the door. I'm not trying to hit him, not trying to hit the door, I'm just trying to get everybody's attention towards the door.
Okay.
And get the guy, make sure that this entity knows that at least somebody knows he's there.
You do that, and immediately the door swings open, and they're like, and you see this one older, just gruff dwarf wearing a black cloak. He's like, my lord, this is where
Finally. Jesus, another dwarf. Thank God. Okay. There's a whole frickload of demons in Nolderal.
His eyes will go wide. Are they harming you, my lord? And he'll just look at all of you. No, I think they're fine. These are the, what did you call yourselves?
The rat bastards.
These are the rat bastards. I will be escorting them to the deeper vault. They would like to take a look at it. Yes, sir.
Is he still leashed?
Being so nice.
No.
Okay. I was gonna say.
All right, rat bastards, Ornthalis, Celica, follow me. And he will walk out the door, and as you walk out, there's about a platoon of dwarvish, what look to be rogues, all outside, all with blades drawn, all look battle weary, or not battle weary, but all look battle worn and ready to tussle. And as soon as he walks out free, no problem, he just puts his hand up. That's enough of you shadows. You can disappear. And you'll just watch them all apparate or disapparate away into the walls of the
you couldn't tell them to go deal with the demon threat?
Well, one problem at a time. Hector, do me a favor, and he'll look at the older dwarf that's still standing there. Go look at the status of Noel Doral and report back to me. Yes, sir. And he'll like turn around, he'll whisk his cloak out, and he'll just disappear in front of you.
Can I whisper something to Thaddeus?
Sure.
Do we have enough rope for all these guys?
No.
I don't think we do. I'm just being right up front here.
Alright, we'll have to get more rope.
You're gonna have to
Yes.
buy
Imagine-
more rope. You go into the central city and you look for like a rope dealer.
Hey,
You got rope?
ask-
Do you have a rope guy?
Yeah, ask
We need a
if
rope
this
guy.
friend can bring back some more rope.
You need rope. Why do you need rope?
No,
He'll
we don't
just-
need rope.
He'll
Just,
just
don't
smile at
listen to
all.
them.
He'll just smile at both of you.
Well, they're just jokesters, you know.
All right, are we going to the deeper vault or what?
Let's go.
We're half a day's
Yes,
walk.
indeed. Yes, please.
And you guys will start walking down the road of gold. As you enter into the road of gold, which is this road heading north here, you step out onto it, and it is so bright in here with golden light that is almost blinding with how dark it's been around you. Like Lever, you have to take off your dark vision goggles.
Oh yeah.
It's that bright. And the road is literally paved with what seems to be a gold. And he's just like,
Can you mark on the map kind of which road it is?
right here.
It's gonna be
Okay. So you said it seems to be
this
gold.
one.
Can I insight and make sure it actually is gold?
You can reach down and touch it if you want.
Okay,
I'm gonna
I'll have Beat
so-
reach down and touch it to make sure it's gold.
Make an investigation check.
I too want to investigate this out of curiosity.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna take
19?
one of the-
Both of you rolled a 19. This is pure gold.
Wouldn't it
take
be
one
really
of my-
soft?
Yes. You
Actually, after a lot of walking on it,
I
technically
guess it would
gold would
impact,
eventually
right?
wear. It would actually leave tracks. There should be like feet tracks on it if it's been there for a long time.
there are not feet tracks. You see a railway that goes up the side.
Okay.
And immediately he walks up and just goes, well, we don't, us oligarchs don't walk. Let me call the trolley. And he will walk up and pull a lever, and you'll see this passenger trolley start coming down the railway and stop right before here. What? We're not, savages down here. You can walk though, and he'll point to Ori.
You know, that's kind of deserved at this point.
Well,
I'm gonna pull out a dagger and start scraping at the gold.
No,
you're gonna start scraping at the gold.
don't keep pissing off the dwarf and oligarch.
I
You don't steal in front of them.
you said
Yeah.
you said your AC was a 16.
At the moment.
So I rolled an 18. All of you watch a shadow apparate behind Thaddeus and stick a knife to his throat. Say, if you do any more of that, I'll kill you.
Understood. I'm sorry. Now, how much did I get?
None. Because the
How many specks of gold is on his knife?
one speck of gold.
Wow, that's a
We're
lot.
rich.
Because
You have
as
to
you
work
reach
again.
down to scrape once, you just see Harvin turn around like, and before you could even like get the second scrape in, you have a knife, you have a dagger to your throat. Are we going to get on this trolley or not? I'm obviously kidding, big guy. Hop on. It's big enough for all of us.
I'm gonna have Peep and Clovis hop on.
Hold on. I
I'll
need
go
to
a
wipe
hop
off
on.
my dagger.
I'll go in the trolley.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Who?
You.
It's unironically Thaddeus getting the party in the most trouble most of the time, and rarely it's Ori.
Ori just kills people.
Ori just backs him up.
Yeah.
Ori is the enabler
Ori is Thaddeus' wingman.
of crime.
To think they fucking hated each other like 15, 20 sessions in.
Oh, whatever. I orphaned a kid. Who cares? But
And then Thaddeus gave him a dagger. Oh my god, you guys are a duo. Okay.
the power between us both is.
Which one of you
unmatched.
tops and the other bottoms?
Stop it. It's 11
Where's the
o'clock.
switch?
It's 11 o'clock. We need to wrap this up. Never mind. You don't need to make a sleight of hand. You just grab the little gold speck. It's literally like just a slight shaving of gold. And Harvin looks at you and just shrugs his shoulders. The trolley starts to go. It goes for about an hour. And as he like hits like a lever, and like you hear the brakes start to squeal, and as it slows down, you look to your left and you see what looks to be two giant stone doorways decorated with gold, rubies, emeralds, sapphires, diamonds, and it is a gilded door that is locked shut. And you notice on the archway there's different like what look to be inserts for different insignias that need to be placed in there. You notice immediately at the front gate there are two century-looking statues with the same ruby eyes standing at the front of it. He's like, "Well, this is the deeper vault. Good luck getting in. The sentries won't kill you. Well, hold on." And he will stick his head out, and you'll see him like throw his hand, like kind of like almost like he's trying to throw a baseball, and he throws his hand forward, and you see this like beam of like magical energy shoot into like the eyes of the ruby, like the ruby eyes of these two sentries, and you'll see like the faint dim light that was circling like go completely dark. He's like, "Okay, now they shouldn't kill you. Getting into the vault, you're probably not going to crack that door. So if there's another way in that Ornthalis knows about, good luck. I'm going home."
While you're home, can you meet with the other oligarchs and perhaps get 75% or more of them to come and help us in just on the off chance we don't make it?
This will be the last roll of 2023 for Tales of Ammriel.
Oh my god.
Dun, dun, dun.
Elka, roll a persuasion check with advantage.
$25. Oh, wait,
20
that's not a 19. 23.
23.
I'll add 5. Flash of genius.
28. Don't go stealing things you shouldn't.
We're
in
not
there.
trying to steal. We just need the Horde to help restore Artemis.
I'll do what I can to grant you access. If I find you here in the next day or so, still camping out, trying to get in, I'll do what I can with the oligarchs. He'll point to a corridor that's down the road. Maybe check back there. There might be a way to get in. You didn't hear that from me, though. And he will hop in the trolley, and he'll just like step in. And like, "Well, rat bastards, Ornthalis, Celica, don't get eaten by a dragon." He'll pull the lever, and the trolley will go. And
It's ironic since there's dragons where we're going back to after this.
Real quick, can I ask one question?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Okay, looking at the door of the vault, is there any like celestial text on it? Because I know the Horde is kind of tied to them.
There's not.
Okay.
And with that, that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Wahoo!
We will continue back with the story on January 7th. So we will
a month away.
Yep,
But we have the Christmas one shot.
Is that next week, by the way?
Next week Sunday. We're doing.
I won't be able to make it because
Okay.
I have a party.
Okay. Next week Sunday we are doing the Christmas one shot. I believe I can't remember the Night of the Living Toys, I think is what I named it. If you guys want to create a character to play in that, we will be playing next Sunday, and we will be doing that one shot. It's a level 14 one shot. So you can play any class you want except for paladin, and you can play gnome and any race that is related to the Feywilds. So if you want to create a character, for you guys, the invite link is in Discord under the Christmas special stuff. And you can join that and create your character. The the compendium should be open to where you should have access to monsters of the multiverse and Strixhaven and all the other Fey related races. So if you want to do that, we'll be playing next week Sunday, and after that we will be taking Christmas and New Year's weekends off because I'm not going to be available. So
That's fair.
But thank you guys for playing. Thank you for dealing with the craziness that is my brain this year. It's been a blast, and I will talk to most of you next week. So I'll be right back.
Sounds
See
good.
you.
Later on.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. It's been a pleasure this year. I appreciate all of you watching. Corgan, you've been here since the beginning. Thank you for being awesome. For those of you that I met over at PAX Unplugged and you're here and you're watching, I appreciate you. We had the highest viewer count ever tonight. I think, well, no, it wasn't the highest ever, but it was one of the highest ever. At one point we had, I think, like 21 people, according to my viewer count here. I don't know how accurate that is. But we had a lot of people in here tonight. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see all of you next Sunday, doing the Christmas one shot. So if you're into that type of thing, it should be goofy, wacky, and fun. And if not, have a happy holidays, and I will see you guys in 2024. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.